Hey y'all. Oh, you see how it is? How is it, C Files? How is it? Hi, Duck. How are y'all? How are y'all? Hi, Running Gray Wolf. Hi, hi. Listen, I about didn't even get it together today. I just about didn't get it together to even go live. Yeah, I just about didn't get it to go together. Yes, I got my shirt. I got my shirt today. I'm going to wear it when we do our quad squad night. I love it. Y'all need to go. Oh, I'll fix the sneeze. Y'all need to go and get you a shirt. They're comfortable. I got a large because I like mine. I don't like mine fit me real tight, and so I got me a large, and it fits how I like it. Um, like this shirt right here is a little bit thicker, and it's a little bit heavier. But I like the ones that come out of Casey's shop because they're not heavy. And I don't like a heavy shirt. So, and it's really comfortable. Before Eli goes live this evening, yep, he goes live. What time do they go live? What time does Stuck go live at 9? Hi, Running Gray. Good to see you. Yes, I love my shirt. So y'all definitely need to go into his shop and get you a shirt because they are. I got mine today. I was supposed to get it tomorrow, but it actually came today, which is very awesome. 9:30 10 p.m. Oh, so that's 8:30 my time because it's 7:42 here, and he's an hour ahead of me. So, ish, yeah, yeah, yep. I know they always go late. Yep, there it goes. There it is. Let's see. Can I? You can't pin that from StreamYard, can you? You can't. I started. I don't know what the heck that means. Let's see. Let's see. I probably can go through YouTube. I got it turned down. The phone turned down. Hold on. Let me go see. Look, if I go in there and find my own channel, how about that? I'll get my own. I'll get a view, right? Let's see. Where am I at? Here we go. I know I can pin it from here. Where's it at? Here it is. Pin. Ah. Did it pin it for y'all? So I pinned it at the top. Yep, it's pinned. Sweet. Sweet. Yep. You will get a view. Yeah. Yeah. I go in from Barnes and Noble, right? I'll get a view. Right? I need them. I need views, man. I need hours and views and likes. You have like 1,000 views and you have like 20 likes. And it's like most videos that I go in, I'm at least going to give them a like. If I like it. I won't if I don't like it, but I'm at least going to give you. How can you watch something and not give a like? At, um, even if you give a thumbs down, that still helps. Yeah, Wolfie had a rough day today. Megan is hopefully going to pop up um, tonight if she can. She's been at the dentist today. So she is going to try to pop up. missing some stuff. She's going to try to pop up, and we keep moving our live because things just happen, and we were hoping to do it tonight. And so I said, well, even though she may or may not be up here, I'm going to go live anyway. But she's going to try. She's going to do her best. But likes really do help your favorite creators. Yep. Yeah, and it doesn't cost you anything. I don't understand that. I mean, now here's how I am. If I see a video and I just am not interested in it, I don't go in there at all. But I'm not going to go in there and watch a whole video and not give a like, because I most probably know that I'm going to like it before I go in there, because I usually just don't click on stuff I don't like. So, that I have no interest in watching. So most probably I'm going to give it a like. Now, I've only given, like, if I dislike a channel or don't watch it, I don't go in there because I don't want to give them a view at all. So there's the other thing. So I just normally just like skip it. If I don't like it, I just skip the channel. Yes. Eve is usually in here. I bet she didn't get a notice. I know the hard work that goes into putting up the work. Right. That's what I'm saying. I don't know how you can go in somebody's channel and not give a like. So most probably if you don't like that kind of stuff, just don't go in there. You know what I mean? Just then you don't have to do either. But don't watch the whole video and then give nothing. Oh, thank you, Doug. I appreciate you. Yes, I appreciate you very much. Yeah, so definitely check out the merch store because the shirts are comfortable. And Seafowls is going to try to do some hoodies, but I think he's going to do them closer. If he's still in here, he can let you know. He's going to do them closer to like when it gets cooler. I mean, they may sell with this time of year, but I think he's going to do them closer when they get, it gets cooler. I'm distracted because my mama Minnie is getting on to her son. He must have done something she did not like because she's nipping at him. That's funny. Out of respect, I always give a like and yeah, that's why. So if I don't like it at all, or I'm not going to even think about it, I don't even go in there. So that way I'm not left with doing either, Hi, Eve. I was just wondering about you. I said, Miss Eve must not have gotten her notice. Waiting for, I don't know if you can put those on zip hoodies. I don't know. We'll have to ask Seafowls. That's not my area. That's definitely not for me to answer that one. I don't know if they can put them on the zip. I don't know if the logo or the picture can go on there. Yes. Hello, Eve. Eve's been busy modding, haven't you, Eve? You've been on. She's been on all the channels when they go live. Yep. Last night was Seafowls and Share podcast. That was last night. That was good time. And tomorrow night is mine and Eli's podcast on Eli's channel tomorrow night. So Progressive Minds Crime Time will be live Saturday. I don't know what time yet because it's on his side of I don't think he's decided a time. I'm good with whatever, most probably whatever time he chooses. So yeah, that's tomorrow night. That is tomorrow night. Yep. Superwoman, she is. Yep. There's Ducky's channel. Yep. Yep. Do you like the name of the new show? Yeah. We were trying to incorporate both of us because there's Megan. I keep. Okay, hold on. Are you there? You are.
Okay. Hi.
I don't
Can you hear
like.
me?
Yes, but are you there?
Oh no, what's happening?
I'm trying to
What's
find.
happening
You know
there?
what? I hate. There we go.
There we go. Yeah, here we go.
I hate
Hi.
the stupid daggone boxes down here because they don't look like you think they're going to look on the screen.
Yeah, well, they probably changed it again while you weren't
Yeah,
watching
they
since
were.
you started your live.
They probably did. I know it's sad, ain't it?
Hi, everybody. Hi, Wolfie and Eve and Duck, Ducky,
Yep.
Country Girl. Okay, I was gonna say I was gonna say it wrong, but
Yeah.
Ducky.
Yeah.
Nice to see everyone. Hope y'all are well. If I missed anyone yet, I'm scrolling up.
She's
How are
Megan.
you this evening, my friend?
I am good. I was just telling them, I'm like, I barely made it.
Yeah, I know, right?
So much crap going on. I told them that me and you have been planning it, and it just keeps getting pushed to the side because life comes up and there's not a thing we can do about it.
No,
And
not at
so
all.
we just sometimes you almost have to not plan it because when
Yeah,
you plan, that's when it gets screwed
yeah,
up.
I agree. And nice to meet you, Ducky.
Poor
Uh,
mirror with the
yeah,
tail.
I know. That's
Yeah, that's
everything I've been trying to plan it. It's just something pops up, whether I keep going back and forth between a problem with my foot or a problem with my teeth now. So it's like no
yeah,
matter what I do, it goes back and forth. And so I
right.
think I have it solved, and it's like, nope, it like ricochets back to the other. So
Something else comes up. Yeah.
yeah, so that's kind of been what's holding me up. But
Well, it's kind of like your house. Like when you fix something in your house, you fix something and that causes something else to break.
yeah, yeah.
I really hate that because you're like, you got to fix something. You're like, oh, cool, now it's fixable because the new thing is
Mm-hmm.
new and the old thing's having to work even harder now.
Work hard. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. That's
Yeah.
kind of what I'm finding out now that like I'm trying to like tune and tweak some stuff that I'm like, well, those are old surgery sites. Maybe it'll be all right just to do something, but not much. And no, you can't just
Right.
do a little something to like a 20-year-old surgery site. It doesn't work that way.
Right.
So yeah, it's been a nightmare to be
Yeah.
say the
I'm
least.
sorry. No.
Yeah. 1 second. I will be right. I'm right here still. Chris is calling me. I just want to see what he wants.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. I can do hoodies, gray wolf. It's summer, so I didn't think they'd sell, but I can make them. There you go. Yes, this I have known Megan Duck for since 2018, so it's been a bit. Yes, I mean, because I think you just have sometimes you just can't plan. The word plan throws everything out the door. I mean, even at our house, sometimes he'll say, "You want to play?" I'm like, "No, don't say the p word. Don't say the p word. Please don't say it. Because if you say it, it will not happen." I'll wait for hoodie see files. I'm always
Okay.
cold and even in 100 degree. I know.
Okay, I'm back.
No.
Sorry. He's trying to find me like a Sonic drink, and of course, the one I want because I want something cold for my teeth because my tooth hurts. So I'm like, I want something cold, but of course, the one you want, they don't have it.
Of
So
course they don't.
kind of like the live issue, right? Yeah, that's what I was gonna say when you said it's better not to plan it. I used to never
Yeah,
plan mine, and they used to seem to go beautifully when I didn't plan it. It's when I started planning it that I was like, oh, I never can get to it.
I know. I know. It's just been crazy. And this because it's the summer, I have extra stuff because the grandkids are here, so I have extra stuff I have to
Hmm.
do. So it's just like no time for anything.
Yeah.
Hi, Fairy. Good to see you.
Hello. How are you? And welcome everyone. Thanks for
Yeah,
being here.
yes. Thank you. Thank you
Yeah.
for being here. Quiet. Yeah. Yes. Busy. I mean, we can't even get a live plan because it's It keeps something, some energy keeps trying to stop it, but we are going to overcome. We are.
Yes, I agree. Yeah, you just have to kind of push through it, even if it feels messy.
Right.
I know mine always do now. I like your background.
Thank you. I went in and thought I'd generate a different one, and that's what it came up with. So I thought, well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's cool. I like it.
That's pretty
Gotta
cool.
get a little bit more free with it. For a while, it was kind of limited.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, Phil, she said that she can wait. If you want to wait a little longer, Running Graywell said she would wait. She doesn't mind. Could be better, but okay, not going to let that stop. That's right. That's what Megan just said. Yep.
Yeah. I feel like
I did.
anytime.
I did see it, but I haven't opened it yet to look at it. I seen it. It was in there. I seen it today, and I'm like, I got to go in and read it, and because that was such a nice thing that you sent me, and when I went and read it, I was like, oh, that is. It was so pretty and nice. It was like it would be like one of those letters you'd like to get in the mail, that are all really pretty, and because it was like pink and cream, and it was written really pretty.
Oh, that's nice.
Um, and I was like, oh, that's pretty.
Yeah. Hi, Cher. How are you?
Yes. Yep. Yep. All push through. Hi, Cher. She's working.
Mm.
She's working. Told her that was gay, but you got to do it, right?
Yeah, right.
You got to do it. Got to
Oh,
do it.
hi.
So I have in my StreamYard back here, I have a video. I think we might be okay watching it.
Okay.
I don't think we're going to get struck.
And what's it about?
It is about the Men in Black.
Okay.
But what it is about is like them as um, I have to upload. I don't have it in my back yet, but I gotta upload it. But it's about them being cryptics, like being what I was talking about,
Mm-hmm. Like
being not, not,
handlers.
yeah, like not human and stuff. And I didn't even know this was out. This video was out there until I started looking, and I literally found it a couple hours ago because I had originally was originally going to talk about vortexes, and I wanted to talk about vortexes, but um, I couldn't didn't have enough time to link them to what I think they're linked to. So
Oh,
basically,
okay.
what I was finding was, you know, where the vortexes were, like in Arizona and then in Oregon. There's vortexes in those two places. So I was basically getting uh, just like places that they are, but I was looking for, researching for connections that they have to different things like um, Freemasons or
Mm-hmm.
crystal energy or realms and stuff. But there is nothing that I could find in my research, like the last couple of days, that connected them all,
Mm-hmm.
except for the the dunes in Colorado are connected to the Watts case,
Yeah.
which is connected to a certain person, which is connected to the Freemasons.
Right.
But I could not really get anything that said, you know, that they have been known to be near those areas. Like I was seeing if there was like Freemasons near, like if they had
Yeah.
their places built near those,
Yeah.
that's what I was. But
Yeah.
there's not a lot of stuff out there.
Yeah, I don't think there'd be a lot of stuff that you would be able to connect to the locations too much. I mean, you might be able to find lodges in certain
Yeah,
areas, but I don't even
yeah.
know if that's what they would technically be called. in
Yeah,
a way. You know
that's
what I'm saying? They're gonna
yeah,
be under something like where you wouldn't even know that's it. I feel like, especially if it was something that really mattered of the top tier ones, you know. So,
yeah, yeah.
um, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I know we have them here, but I think it was within the church. It was within the Baptist church, is where it started here.
Okay,
I
okay,
know that's where my family member became part of it. I want to say if it was, I mean, that's where they think it came from.
okay.
So, and that's in a small island.
Because like the Freemasons have been around since like the 1600s.
Yeah, forever.
Yeah, it's like over 600 years they've been.
Mhm.
Um, okay, Doug,
Yeah.
thank you for joining us. I know you got to go
Yeah.
over to Stuck.
Yeah.
No problem. Thank you for
Yeah,
coming.
so nice meeting you. Have a good night.
So what I thought I would do was I know that our mine and your next live is going to kind of go toward the Men in Black.
Mhm. Yeah.
So I thought if we just kind of looked at the origin of them
Yeah.
and kind of what people thought about them, it will kind of link us to your live that we're going to
Yeah.
do. It'll kind
Yeah.
of segue into that. So I thought we
Yeah.
would look at that a little bit
Okay.
and just kind of connect our lives together. Uh,
Yeah. I still love the whole idea of like the no escape room. Like I think when we were talking about that before, you know, kind of how you get stuck in that loop and the
yeah,
vortexes and things. I just still like the idea of that
yeah.
too. That's cool.
Because the vortex is the energy is so it's like a fluid liquid energy.
Yeah.
So it's like you're just moving everywhere. So if I feel like if you're the realms are kind of like that, like you
Yeah.
fluidly move in and out of realms.
Yeah.
And my thing is, do you know you're doing that though?
I think
Like,
the higher up you go, you do. And I think that's why they
yeah,
say the higher up in consciousness or like awareness or whatever you get, the more like I think, and I don't know, I could be wrong, but like a lot of people can go into a moment or a memory and feel exactly the way they did in that moment. And a lot of people can't do that. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I feel like that's a part of it. I feel
yeah,
like when somebody hold on one second. What was that? Okay, hold on. But yeah, I feel like that's what that is when you can go like into a memory and you can feel that intense moment, like all the emotions, like you can cry with it, be angry with it. But I feel like that's a connection of how you can kind of go in between because there's supposed to be no exact like time. You know, everything's supposed to be the further you go up, it's not just forward or backward, you know, or
right.
anything like that. So it's supposed to be all one big kind of loop thing, kind of something like that. I don't know how to describe it other than that, but that's what it reminds me of, being able to go into a moment and a memory and feel that exact same way
That feel that you felt when
that you
you
felt when
left.
it happened,
Right. So
you know.
you notice like if you're from 1930s, did you realize that you just walked into 2026?
I think you can if you're aware
Yeah.
of the shift, like, but I think you do it more memory wise, like, so you might not actually feel the shift itself, but I think you can do it like mentally, like you can
Yeah.
put yourself in that time and feel it. And the thing I equate it to is that, you
Yeah.
know, is thinking of a memory and how you feel in that memory. And I feel like you can do the same thing with time, but you have to feel it the same way you would a memory. I guess that's the best way to say it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Takes me a second to get there, but that's what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's so fluid. It should almost be like you don't feel that you're doing it.
Yeah.
It's just so, and that's why I feel like with the Men in Black, that's what I feel like. I don't think they're of this realm. I think that they because of a lot for me, a lot of things would be, well, they're all the same. They all look the same.
Yeah.
They all have the black suit on, with the white shirt and the sunglasses and the stupid hat that they wear, and their faces all look chiseled the same. They all look the same.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like you're coming into like your robots, and people have said that the people that have had encounters with the Men in Black, they're kind of robotic, like
Yeah.
they're kind of monotone when they talk to you. They're like they don't get excited, or they just kind of have a monotone about them.
Yeah.
So, if like it would make you think that they're not human if they're kind of monotone like that. Like,
Yeah. Like a species of their own,
yeah,
kind
yeah,
of, like
yeah,
they all, again, they have that kind of like, you would look at the human species, they all kind of have similar features. They all kind of have similar features. They're all their kind of
right,
own species.
yeah,
Yeah. Like, and I think AI too, that's what it reminds me of. If you're going to look at something that's monotoned and doesn't really react much and it has a certain look to it, I would think
mhm,
put together, robotic, put that way, made that way on
yeah,
purpose,
yeah, yep,
made to match.
right, right, yeah, like the little cutout,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
the same cutout of the same cookie cutter or whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
yeah. I'm trying to catch up.
Yeah. That's what I was reading too. But
I
yeah, so
went,
that should be an exciting one.
yeah, and I thought, it would be like to kind of get the like. Some people think that the Men in Black is like the movie.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay, where do you think they got that idea from?
Yeah, I think all movies we're starting to see things like that. Like again,
Yeah,
Men in Black, Truman Show, Matrix, all the, it's like where do you now you're seeing where they get it from, and that
hmm,
there's more truth behind that. Because if you
yeah,
look at even the name of the buildings and the streets and stuff in Men in Black, it's all like Universal Pawn or something like that. But it's all
yeah,
related to some kind of, and it's got the symbols and everything that you see now, like on all
right,
this stuff since files were released and things like that. But I
yeah,
mean, because all that stuff was heavy in it.
hmm,
Um, but yeah, so I thought that was interesting watching those movies again and seeing all the references and all the symbols and all that kind of stuff in it.
yeah. Because you see the Men in Black just tearing down the road in like a black car or a black SUV, and they get out and they look the same, and they go in this house and they do what is they threaten people, or they
Yeah.
erase their memory or whatever it is, right? And then they get back in their car and they leave again, and then they're poof, they're gone. You don't see them walking out in public.
Yeah. It's like they're there
Like,
and then they're not.
yeah, I mean, you don't see them walking around like,
And I kind of like Bigfoot. Like he's there and then he's not. So
yeah,
vortexes, portals are coming through vortexes and portals more
yeah,
than likely. So
yeah,
wouldn't that be kind of your connection a bit to kind of your other part of your story though that you wanted to
for,
look in? Like when you said I wanted to look into vortex and stuff and I couldn't really find nothing for the other
yeah,
part of life. But I'm just saying that still
yeah,
kind of connects to that too, because
yeah,
I don't know. I feel like that would be almost, you'd have to hit some kind of something to like warp time almost to move that
right.
quickly.
Yeah, and to
So,
make it so, that's what I'm saying. It's so fluid. Vortexes are so fluid. And
mhm.
like I wrote down, let me grab my book. I wrote down the places, like some of the places that they have vortexes,
Mhm.
because I was, and like Alaska has one. So
Yeah, I heard about that.
you think about the Yeti, and you think about, which is in a different country, but you think about um, the Alaska Bushman and all of those that they talk about, the cryptids like Bigfoot, but they talk about him in Alaska. So you could see a vortex being there.
Yeah.
And then there's one in Oregon, and they talk
Mhm.
about Bigfoots living in Oregon everywhere. There's a
Yeah.
vortex there. Um, there's the polar vortex.
Mhm.
And then there's one, the most famous one is in Arizona. That's
Oh,
the
okay.
Sanadona
Okay.
vortex. So it talks about, if you notice, you will see these, like, you'll see a lot of these sightings about things, and you see it in Alaska a lot.
Yeah.
You see them talking about different creatures in Alaska for sure. And Oregon also. Oregon has a lot of sightings there.
Well, isn't Alaska what they're saying now? Like there's like a whole city under the ice or something.
Yeah.
Isn't that where they're saying that's at now? Like the ice
Yeah.
wall is just like like basically built to hide it all or something. Like I
Yeah.
don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know if there
Yeah.
is an ice wall. That's what I heard. I'm pretty sure that's the same
Yeah.
place.
the ride was like the movie, but I feel like, yeah, it is. I think it's just weird how they dress like the Men in Black, and they were aliens. I didn't watch all of the movie because I'm not really a movie person, but weren't they aliens in the movie? Will Smith and what's his name?
I don't think so. I don't think they were supposed to be. I think they were just like let in on the fact that they were aliens and then they became like their handlers, is what I kind of, that's how I viewed Men in Black. I don't know. I could be wrong. Maybe someone in chat, if they felt like it was different. But I mean, there might have been some of the Men in Black who were still. Yeah. I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure they have them still. I mean, why wouldn't they?
right.
I
Yeah,
mean, and even if they didn't, like in the headquarters, I would imagine it's probably like that there, where they had like the little bugs in the coffee room, like doing
yeah,
all their heart, like their grunt work that they don't want to do, cleaning and
yeah.
stuff and serving people. It's probably
Right.
like that, you
Yeah,
know.
and that's
So
like Colorado has a vortex.
yeah, Colorado has that freaky airport where they have all that stuff written all over it, and it's like the portal to hell or something. Like I don't
Yeah,
know, like that's what it says. Like I'm pretty
they,
sure that's what it says.
yeah, they have a big. Colorado has a big. The sand. So the sand dunes where NK took Chris.
Yeah,
That's a vortex out there,
is it?
and some of their sand dunes are on top of crystals.
Well, is that where they stayed? Like camping? Was it in the same area? And that's where they did that stuff.
Yes.
That night stuff he talked about where they were
Yeah.
dancing with the crystals or under the moon or whatever they were doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very much. Yeah. So it's kind of spread. If you think about it, the vortexes are kind of spread everywhere. So it would make sense that you're seeing um, cryptics and different things coming out, and you seeing them in
Hmm.
different areas, and then flowing back into them. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah. Well, and if the 5D ascension, Earth ascension, whatever it is that's happening is true, which I do think there is a level of things that are changing. I think that those things are going to start to slip. You're just going to, I think it's kind of, and I don't know, maybe some of these bugs and animals were always around, but do you see where too they're finding all these different animals and bugs
Yeah.
they've never found before? And I see insects too before. I'm like, what the hell is that? Like,
Yeah.
I've never seen that before, and
Yeah.
even Connor and the kids, they're like, what kind of bug is that? Like, I have
Yeah.
no clue. You know what I mean? I've never seen that thing before.
Yeah.
But like I'm starting to notice that, like you see all these things that you've never, and even some of the like the discoveries that they're coming out with health and stuff, I think that's a part of it.
Yeah.
Like not only has that stuff been there and it's been kept from you, but all this stuff where you're like, wow, we didn't know that, or that's amazing, or and how it's happening so quickly. I think it's just a part of it. It's just being
Yeah.
unveiled. It's unveiled. It's a part of
Right.
the stuff that we weren't allowed to access yet.
Yeah.
And now, as long as you keep going in the right direction, there is those at some point, like hopefully, like a was it hyperbaric chambers or whatever they are to
Yeah.
like heal the whole body. Like if you have cancer, you just get into it. If you have like cancer or something like that, and like you're healed within
Yeah.
like an hour or getting, I think all those things are highly possible. I just think
Yeah.
you just have to keep moving the whole collective in the same way. Otherwise,
Right.
you lose the opportunity to gain access to those things.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, I think that's what that is too for me.
Growing up in the PNW, I can confirm there's big. Oh, I believe in Bigfoot, 100%.
Hey,
I do. I believe he's out
nothing
there.
right now. I'll give you something in a minute. Hold on. Sorry.
No, no, you're
Hunter's trying
good.
to get into the cabinet. He's got diabetes. I'm like, dude, get out of that cabinet.
Oh yeah, make sure.
Yeah, I was like, I got your meter. You don't need that.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
Daddy.
I know what you need.
Yeah, you need to get into that candy cabinet.
Yeah, I don't have proof per se, but hang out in the national forest, WA long enough. You confirm. Yeah. See, I don't doubt. I don't doubt that
Thank you.
they're not real. I believe they're there.
Yeah.
People are like, well, we would have found them. No, not necessarily.
Yeah. Not if they don't want to be found.
Mm-mm.
I think a lot of those things are way more intelligent than people think or give them credit for.
Yeah, yeah.
Like they've been around way longer than we have.
There's somewhere, and I can't remember where it's at. And I thought it was really cool. But if because at one time there was these idiots that were running out there because they were wanting to kill Bigfoot and bring the first Bigfoot in.
Oh yeah, I
And
think I heard that.
there's some state, I don't know what state it is, but it's illegal to kill one.
Huh.
And
That's interesting.
I can't remember where it's at.
You take their dead like we do.
I can't, but it's illegal to kill one.
Yeah.
They took their dead like, yep, that's what I think. Yep. I think they bury their dead. Yep. I think so. You should do a podcast on the attack in every single state across the U.S. Killer Clowns Return for the 26th event. You should look it up. attack, attack of the Killer Clowns. Mm.
Another spree of clowns.
Huh?
Remember there was that killer clown thing, or I don't know if they were clown, but they would just stop traffic and they were holding knives or something. It was like a long time ago.
Yeah.
I can't remember. It was like a trend.
I think what stopped them from doing that bull crap is some of them were getting shot.
Well, yeah. I mean like, they were going onto people's lawns and stuff.
Yeah, if you come up in my yard, especially here because I live in the country, if you come in my yard and you are dressed like that, and you're staring in my window, or you got a knife in your hand, or you're looking creepy, and just standing there with the balloon, especially if you look like Pennywise. If you look like Pennywise, we might have issues, but I think that's what stopped a lot of it because people were like shooting at them.
Yeah, I'm really surprised that people even would have thought like.
Yeah, that's
like. Yeah, I mean. Maybe not being in legal states, like guns where you can carry. Maybe they weren't thinking about it until they got to the trend of the states where they carry and they thought about it again.
I guess if you thought you was like nobody would know who you are because your face is painted and everything, but there are people that are really freak out over clowns. I mean, they really do. Yeah. So it's probably not a good thing to do that.
Yeah, I agree.
Indigenous Americans from South America were chased out of logging, thrown by logs. Yep, they left everything hauled by their reason. Yeah, and I would not want a tree thrown at me, and I can guarantee you. Hi, Claudia.
Hi, Claudia.
If a tree was thrown at me, I would be out of there.
Livid.
Yeah, I would be like. Although I probably couldn't run fast enough. I mean,
fall down, trying to get away, hurt yourself more. That'd be my luck. Hurt myself more.
Yeah, I would be like the horror movies, the true horror movies where they're trying to run.
Yeah, I'd just be doing them a favor by falling down. Thanks, girl.
Yeah, thanks.
I fully expect to get stabbed.
And that could be true too. They could take their dead back through portals. Yep.
Who is that you said do that?
Bigfoot.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
They always seem to be by themselves though, completely, right? Like never carrying anything or caught with anything, just walking.
Yeah, just walking. Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
I don't think I've ever seen video of them carrying something.
Yeah.
Not that they haven't. I just never seen it. That's all.
Right. I fully expect to get stabbed every time I go outside. Oh, Casey. But you're not a scary clown. I mean, I'm talking about those ones that look like Ronald McDonald. I mean, he's freaky. I never did want to meet Ronald McDonald. I'm just going to see it. He was never a clown I wanted to meet. Yeah. The dude I bought my top hat from said he's been selling more top hats recently. Yeah, your top hat is cool. I like top hats. They're really cool.
That kid that's on that channel that you sent me who does all the old-timey stuff is always wearing the top hat. I like his channel. I like how he just randomly cooks like upside down cakes and stuff.
Parker. Yeah.
Yeah, Parker.
Yeah. I'm going to get in my 1930s and I'm going to drive to town.
Did you see him do, what did he call it? He was doing some kind of dance, the Charleston or something in the middle. Yeah. Did you see that? It was like a 3 or 1 minute video of him doing the Charleston in an empty parking lot at night.
Yeah, it was hilarious. What did he
Like,
do
this is
the
the
other
stuff
day?
YouTube, like this is the stuff YouTube used to be made on.
Yeah, yeah. He did something the other day, and I'm like, I need to text Megan and ask her, did she see Parker? Was he? Oh, he was doing another tour of his apartment, and his little cousin was there.
I don't think I've seen one where he does a tour and someone was there, but I don't think it was his cousin. I think it was somebody else.
It's a kid, it's a young kid, and he's
Yeah.
talking about the doll. He's like, Parker, you don't sleep in there because of the doll. And he's like, that, no, I don't mind sleeping there. You're the one that don't like to sleep in there with that doll.
People telling on themselves.
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, that's a great channel.
Yes.
Wholesome. You don't have to think about anything. You learn how to make a pineapple upside down cake from the 30s.
Yeah. Yeah.
And do the Charleston while you do it.
Yeah. And he cooked a ham in that the original pressure cookers. I was like, man, I'd be scared to death.
Yeah, like he made electricity out of like a potato or something. Like he's a real smart kid. I'm saying, like,
I think he's actually he's really smart. He's actually is he a professor?
I think so.
He's like he's got like a
he knows how to do all that professor stuff.
Yeah, he's got a really high education. I can't remember what he is. I thought it was a professor though. He might be a doctor.
He calls himself professor, but I think it's the same thing, to be honest. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I think. I don't know.
He may be teaching.
I wonder if he teaches college.
Yeah. That's what I think.
I wonder if he teaches college.
What
does Parker do? As I say, we're just sitting.
Yeah, it was like
we're just talking about Parker. I wonder what Parker's doing.
I don't know what he's doing. We'll have to get on there and see what he's doing. He's probably cooking something, or he's using that dang washing machine.
Yeah.
That you wring out and it goes through the rollers. He uses those. I mean,
after he made his homemade meatloaf.
He lives in what is it, the 30s?
Yeah.
40s. He actually
30s, 40s.
Dresses like that and everything. He dresses. It's really
like every day. Gets up, takes his time, gets dressed. It's great.
Yeah, it's funny. The button shoes, like Charlie Chaplin wore. He wears those kind of shoes.
Yeah.
He just got him a new pair, by the way.
Oh, did he?
Yep. Tammy, I reached out to my former stepsister about my grandmother's ring. Did you get it back?
Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
So how do they know though? Like, do they find Bigfoot bodies? Like, I've never heard of that.
I have.
How would you even know?
There was a guy that said that he found a Bigfoot body and it was just laying out there. And I just find it hard to believe because they've never done that before.
Yeah.
So unless this was like a rogue Bigfoot that passed away from his family and they couldn't find him, I don't really see that being he was out and got injured and couldn't get back. You know what I mean? I don't.
Yeah. Yeah, I just don't know how you would. I've never heard of anybody finding a Bigfoot. Like, how would you know if someone killed a Bigfoot?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I mean, it's a big law.
Yeah. Yeah. Basically begged her, explained how to receive nothing, and all was met. Told her that anything that I would give. No word yet, but I will let you know. Okay. All right. I think it's bones by it and the foot. Oh. It's $1,000 fine and a year in jail for killing a Bigfoot. Good. Because leave him alone. I mean, dang.
Let him live.
What have they done to you? Not a freaking thing. Let me see.
Muriel.
Okay, I'm going to see. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it won't. Let me get back over here. Okay, it's up there. So we'll play it in just a second. I've seen what I can only describe as a grave site made of like rocks, sticks, yep, and things, almost as if a monkey-like creature made a bear. Yeah, like a like they made like sticks, like crossed them and made like a, I guess you would say like a kind of like a marker, but it was like a symbol of something. Like they crossed the sticks and put them in a.
Yeah.
It's
So
hard
is
to.
that like where is that like supposed to be a thing that they mark where they bury their own?
Yeah, it's like you don't come across too many of those, but the ones that I've seen where they have come across them, it's like they have rocks around them, and they
Mm-hmm.
have like some type of sticks and stuff that kind of at that would be the headstone, so it would be made out of sticks and stuff. And
Mm.
it's like when people come across them, they would get run off because they would hear, they would start
Oh,
hearing
okay.
things in the bushes,
Yeah,
and
running them off.
yeah, they would start running
Huh.
them off. So
That's interesting.
they didn't couldn't dig in there to see what was in there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
they cross
It's the
trees.
first I
Yeah,
heard
they do.
that.
Yeah. So we are hopefully uh we do not get struck.
Okay.
Hopefully, I'm gonna go
Just
over.
erase it out once you upload it. It'll be all good.
Yeah. I don't know why it's solid black like this, but we'll get started. So this one is the government cryptids. That's what this one's called. So
Okay.
it's gonna be interesting to see what they have to say. Almost like an attempt to protect the body instead of burying them, they make little shelters, kind of. Yeah, yeah. My words were just not coming. Okay. All right. I don't. If Ronnie's in here, this might be scary, Ronnie. The description for this channel's in. The link is in the description for this channel.
Men in Black. Shrouded, mysterious men who appear whenever stories of alien life forms are being broadcasted. To shut the stories down with bribery, gaslighting, or violence.
Before we begin our dive into this phenomenon, I would like to say that the Men in Black theory is so commonly scoffed at that it became not only a massive mainstream comedic
There it
trilogy,
is.
but even became a kids' cartoon show that aired on Disney. However, there's always been one concept that makes the whole scoffed at theory rather odd. The concept known as a suspension of disbelief. This goes into a rabbit hole in itself, including English lectures and references to poetry, so I'll keep it to layman's terms. When your brain experiences something like a news article or a movie, your brain seems to shut off all logical thinking, simply just so it can remain entertained. Greek philosopher Aristotle even studied this concept with audiences that willingly disconnect logic from reality when watching a play. Psychology critic Norman Holland was even once quoted saying, "Humans have such trouble recognizing lies. They first believe, then have to make a conscious effort to disbelieve." But what the fuck are the Men in Black? The ideas run wild with,
This is true. What are they?
Yeah. Exactly.
Is Ronnie in here? Or are you just saying, "I'll protect you, Ronnie"?
She doesn't like the scary stuff at night.
Yeah, that's right. Yep, this is Maverick Files. I've never watched. He's got quite a few things. I've seen this one, and there's another one he's got. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what he says.
Okay.
what they actually could be. Are they aliens that work with the government to prevent the population from discovering the truth? Are they secret agents whose entire life purpose is to prevent mass hysteria? Or are they just theories created by the government in order to highlight terroristic threats from happening? Each theory is possible, just the same as they are impossible. The men in black are often described as having olive-colored skin while wearing sunglasses and black jackets that disclose most of their physical appearance. However, UFO historian Jerome Clark has stated that not all men in black will appear wearing black garments. The reasoning behind why remains unknown.
He looks like Jim
The
Carrey.
men in black's behavior borders on a stalker-like personality. When coming face to face with the victims, these cryptids will provide terrifyingly accurate information about the UFO witness, almost as if they had been under deep surveillance for years. According to witness testimonies, the men in black can appear confused at our slang terms and day-to-day utensils, such as pens and forks. These testimonies range wildly, and don't often cover the same details as other encounters. When they appear, they first display interest in the story, as if they are simply recording the story for their agency, but within a short time, their behavior changes, and it becomes clear that they are there to suppress the witness.
See, that's just how I see them too. That is just how they show them sitting there talking to people. That's how I see them, monotone, just robotic like. That's how I see them.
Yeah, that's how I kind of would imagine the CIA. Again, I know I keep saying the CIA, but I feel like the CIA is like a poof name for Men in Black or something, or like a spoof name.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I just keep feeling like they're almost, like you said, one and the same for some reason, and I don't know why.
Yeah. They're all shape-shifting in a different timeline. Yeah, I just don't feel like they're human. Like, they try to, I feel like I was telling Megan, I think they take a human form, but it's not a very good one. Like, I don't think they do a very good job.
I would think it would be more like that. Like, I mean, we already know like there's a reptilian race that they're claiming exists. I would think it would be more of that race.
Yeah.
Like a spinoff of that race that would be able to do that. Yeah. I know that's the one that does it the most. And they're the ones in charge of a lot of that stuff that's set up that way, like the MK Ultra and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. The MK Ultra. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, they're the ones behind all that. So they would be behind all that kind of sneaky stuff too.
Yep. Yep.
One way or another. A common idea is by gaslighting the witness into thinking that their encounter never happened in the first place. And whenever confronted, these men in black state that they are either with the US Air Force or the CIA, and sometimes can even provide a presentable ID to the witness.
I knew it.
But according to several experiences...
And that's a stretch to say we're with the Air Force or the CIA.
That's why I said I think they've been. I love that he brought this up because I said that the last few lives we've done and we've talked about. I was like, I feel like they're just the CIA. Just like when I don't know in the Matrix what those guys that would keep popping up were, what they called them. I can't remember what they called them, but same thing to me. Those are Men in Black. Those are CIA, and those are all the people who are tied to the reptilian races or something that's a spinoff of those races.
Right.
Those are the ones who shapeshift the most.
Yeah.
To my knowledge, so. I think that's how that works. I think.
Yeah. Yeah. And they, but it's such a switch. That's why they're not, I feel like they're not, like a human wouldn't compare the Air Force and the CIA.
No.
You know what I mean? They either say they're from the CIA or they would try to do something like the FBI or.
Yeah, because they're not really the same.
Right. Yeah. So it's kind of weird how they would say two different things like that, totally different things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When verification of said ID is looked into, it becomes clear that the people in those IDs either never existed or have previously passed away. Theories about the origins of the Men in Black, as stated earlier, range wildly. The idea that these cryptids are confused by daily household items and human phrases helps implement the concept that they themselves are not human. Furthermore, it could be paired with the theory that these are aliens who perhaps are working together with the US government to prevent evidence from being publicized. The other theory about the Men in Black being from a deep state secret agency can also hold its ground, as one could say that they are trying to de-escalate public freakouts and decreasing the risk towards the nation's security. Please remember that these are simply theories. After doing some research, I discovered that the Men in Black actually share an uncanny relation to folklore legends about the devil. It's believed that the Men in Black concept began being reported in the 1950s and 60s. However, some researchers, such as John Keel, have highlighted similarities between these reports and old stories about dealing with demonic entities. John Keel suggested that Men in Black are modern-day manifestations of the same phenomena that were earlier interpreted as the devil. In both reports and retellings of encounters, it always comes across that neither the Men in Black nor the devil are ever quite human, and that witnesses often discover this fact midway through an encounter. Whether it's finding out that the silver-tongued dealer suddenly has goat legs, or that the quote-unquote news reporter gathering information actually have olive-colored skin. The meaning of this parallel, however, has been the subject of debate, and could simply just be of wild coincidence.
Now, that theory I'm not leaning toward.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a little out there.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't heard that theory yet.
Now, that right there would create hysteria.
Yeah.
I mean, if you told people that Men in Black are associated with the devil,
Yeah.
and then somebody has an encounter with one, that's what's the first, they're going to freak out.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you're trying to create hysteria, that's a good way to do it, is to try to link the
That's
devil
right.
with the Men in Black.
Yeah, I don't get that. I don't feel. I mean, there's probably things that trace to it in different aspects of it, probably, but I don't know if I don't know if I'd say it like that, though.
Yeah, I don't think that the Men in Black are on that level of evil.
Yeah.
I don't think that's what they were intended for. Now, they're almost like, and you're gonna laugh, they're almost like a cryptid mafia.
Yeah.
Because they don't use force until they have
Yeah.
to get you to say, no, I didn't see Bigfoot. No, I didn't see a UFO. No, I wasn't kidnapped by aliens. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's like under the guise of like peace, though, too. You know, like that's why they're supposed to be doing it, though, to keep everything calm and in order. Yeah.
Yeah. See, I brought them in, and they're most inside. They can't walk among us with their true face. Yeah.
I think there's a lot of that. People not walking or things not walking amongst the true
homemade
faces.
snickerdoodle cookies, yum. The devil is rampant already. He does not need to disguise himself. He's scary enough that is true. And the devil's best trick was making people think he don't exist.
Yeah.
That was his best trick ever.
Yeah.
A coincidence that goes even further on when you look into Salem witch times and discover that the term the black man was used to describe the devil or agents of the devil. I'm going to pause right here and say to keep in mind, it wasn't the word black, but rather the much more offensive word. However, the use of the term did not relate to African descent whatsoever, but rather, it meant the entity appeared to them literally colored in black, or wearing black outfits. Two prime examples, as pointed out by academic.com, was the story The Devil and Tom Walker, in which, in the story, Tom asks the black man who he is. The man begins to spin a story as he beats around the bush, saying that since the Indians are gone, he watches over the acts of various religious people, and is the master of the Salem witches. Tom replies that he must be Old Scratch, which was a common slang nickname for the devil, to which the black man acknowledges that he is, in fact, the devil. The other prime example is from H.P. Lovecraft, when he used the black man as a synonym for the devil in his book, The Dreams in the Witch House. Lovecraft also goes on to use the same term for his entity, Nyarlathotep, the crawling chaos. I probably got that wrong, but you get the point. Holy shit, I wonder if Lovecraft's cat wasn't named as like a gag, but rather because he was literally naming his cat the devil, since cats were often thought of as being agents of the devil. Anyway, off topic. The point I was getting at is, the Men in Black theory shares quite the odd similarities to folklore tales about meeting the devil. The devil would appear when you're at your most vulnerable, offering you a life-altering deal at the cost of your soul. The Men in Black would appear when you are at your most vulnerable, offering you a peaceful, non-violent life if you just keep your mouth shut. I mentioned it fleetingly earlier, but there is the theory that the Men in Black are government agents from a secretive branch out to protect the nation's security. Famous UFOologist William Moore stated that the Men in Black belong to a secret unit of the Air Force, known as the Air Force Special Activities Center. However, it's speculated that this theory stems from a false breadcrumb that was spread by the US government, referred to in the movie Mirage Men.
My supervisors told me, listen, we don't want him to go out to the public, go on camera and say, hey, I just tapped into a secret laser on Kirtland Air Force Base. Obviously, we can't have that happen. So all I had to do was say, well, you know what, Paul? Maybe what you did see was UFOs.
In which the government purposely fabricated UFO stories and fictional details and fed them to popular UFOologists to throw them off trail. The reason for this was simply because the government was afraid that conspiracists would begin snooping into Air Force secret files and publicize details that would be deemed as detrimentally unsafe during the Cold War era.
That's why they're saying the Air Force or the CIA.
Yeah. Yeah, because you said they use them in a small. I wonder if they kind of have them maybe split off in between both too. Like you said, like use them for different things as needed, different areas when they're needed too.
Well, with the Air Force, you have, of course, planes and jets and fighter jets. And so, if you're a UFO and you're in the air, that would be the service you would want to be next to, because
that's how they get from one place to the other, like you're saying, so quickly.
Yeah. So they could be tied together because they're CIA and they use the Air Force planes to get where they're going.
Right.
So I guess now that they filled that part in, it makes more sense now.
Yeah. Instead of the car shooting through, where was that, in New York on Men in Black or wherever they were at, going through the tunnels and stuff. It's just the air. It's just above you still.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we were going to ask that in chat. And we forgot to. Is the movie Men in Black, we were going to ask if they were aliens. Is that what we were going to ask?
Yeah. If they thought they were aliens. Sorry, excuse me.
Put in chat, if you think the Men in Black were aliens, the actors were aliens. Is that what they were supposed to be? I didn't watch it. I just seen parts of it. I didn't watch it, all of it. So I don't know. I can't.
Yeah, they can grant immediate access through Air Force. That's what I was thinking, like the Air Force One or whatever that is. It's like the fastest way to travel. Yeah, they get on that.
Yeah.
G-force speed.
Yeah. It still doesn't explain how they just appear in them cars or them SUVs, right? It just still doesn't explain it.
John C. Sherwood would go on to write a book titled Gray Barker, My Friend, the Mythmaker, describing the time at the fresh young age of 18. John cooperated with Gray Barker as Gray urged him to develop a hoax story, in which Barker published. The false story entailed what Barker called Black Men, 3 mysterious UFO inhabitants who silenced Sherwood's secret identity, Dr. Richard H. Pratt. If it was not implied already, this story was entirely made up by Gray Barker, and John was used as means to publish a fake story for either discrediting purposes or to throw off theorist fanboys.
There's the
But this
11.
is not the only encounter with the Men in
Yeah.
Black. September 1976. Dr. Herbert Hopkins was home alone at his main residence, choosing to work on a UFO case while his family went out to the theater for the evening. Shortly after his venture into the case, Hopkins would receive a phone call from a stranger who claimed to belong to a regional UFO investigative group project. The man proclaimed a strong interest in the same exact case and asked if he could visit Hopkins that evening to discuss it. Usually, Hopkins would be skeptical and closed off about his research, but for some reason, that night, Hopkins agreed. Only minutes later, the man arrived. Hopkins' house has a glass door, so it caught him by surprise to not see anyone through the door. Yet after opening it, there approached a man in what was described as wearing a dark navy suit, with dark gray gloves and a bowler-style hat. He would later go on to state that he didn't even see a car, nor were there any phone booths nearby. Curiosity leading him forward, Hopkins invited the man inside and they discussed the case. Or, I guess I should say, Hopkins discussed the case. The man simply sat and listened, only responding seldomly by saying,
Yes, that's how I understand it.
At one point, the visitor managed to brush his mouth with the back of one of his suede gloves, which revealed a red mark, lipstick, on the back of the glove. Hopkins found this strange, and having his attention now drawn to the stranger's mouth, he found that the man appeared to have no lips, as most would have, but instead only a thin slit on his face. The lipstick, Hopkins theorized, had been worn to help create a lip-like appearance for a mouth, in which, in truth, he had none at all. During the conversation, Hopkins had his hands in his pockets, and the visitor suddenly commented that there were 2 coins in Hopkins' pocket. Able to confirm that 2 coins were indeed in his pocket, Hopkins was then asked to take out the coins. Then, while holding them in his hand, Hopkins began to watch as one of the coins would take on an odd, quote-unquote, fuzzy appearance. Then, within seconds, the coin vanished.
Neither you nor anyone on this plane will ever see that coin again.
The visitor reportedly said. He wanted to know if Hopkins knew how Barney Hill, a UFO witness and abductee, had died.
You know who Barney Hill is?
No. I feel like it sounds familiar, but I don't know.
Him and his wife were kidnapped.
What's the last name?
Hill.
Hill. Okay.
I think that's the one where him and his wife were kidnapped.
Okay.
They were a mixed race couple,
Oh, okay.
and back then, and that was big.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's them.
Okay.
And they were out for a drive one night and they were kidnapped.
Oh, I think I do remember hearing about that.
I think that's his name.
Okay.
Yes, they were and had
In
lost
Lost Time.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I do remember that now.
Mm-hmm. See how he's talking about? He just talks in a monotone, like he just short answers, like I was saying earlier, and kind of like the same tone.
Yeah.
I like the monotone.
Yeah.
Hopkins said that he believed it had been a heart attack, to which the visitor interrupted.
Barney Hill died because he did not have a heart. Just as you no longer have a coin.
Afterwards, the visitor would begin to interrogate Hopkins about his recent UFO case. He never asked questions. He would only speak as if he already knew all of the details that Hopkins had. He didn't ask me. He didn't tell me. He just said it, Hopkins remarked. Upon confirming that he did in fact contain crucial information, the visitor simply said that Hopkins will destroy the evidence and documents. He was not told with anger, persuasion, nor with any indignance. Hopkins simply was just told that he would do it. But he couldn't help but feel threatened, as if the comment about Barney Hill's fate was a hint towards what could happen to himself if he didn't follow through.
See, Mafia.
He did not say he would come back or anything. Hopkins said. He would know when I done that. Gotten rid of the tapes. Eventually, the visitor would leave, with Hopkins commenting that his demeanor had changed. He became slower with responses, spacing out his words further apart, before finally announcing,
My energy is running low.
Uh-huh.
Must go now. Goodbye.
The visitor got up and began to leave the house, with Hopkins commenting that his walking was almost robotic in nature.
There you go.
They stepped outside, and the visitor walked around the corner of the house and completely vanished into thin air. A blue light was reportedly seen by Hopkins, as he described it like headlights, but there was no evidence of a vehicle anywhere nearby.
I didn't see this video. I haven't seen this video, actually.
Uh-huh.
I found it today.
Okay.
So
Pretty good.
I didn't even, I've always thought that they just kind of, like I've always said, it's so weird how they just disappear.
Mm-hmm.
And he's
Yeah.
saying that he just disappeared. He didn't
Yeah.
get in a car and leave. He just disappeared.
I wonder if it's like some kind of item they wear on them. You know, like you always see in movies, like you said, the coin maybe, or
Yeah.
like a watch or something that triggers the time, you know, to where and then once it runs out, that's like what takes the energy and takes it back or whatever.
And that's why they don't talk very much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's draining.
Yeah, it takes energy. It takes all their energy to talk. So they just, you know.
Takes all their energy to just keep themselves like in a human form. They concentrate real hard.
Yeah, he wiped his lips off. So, I mean, you know, those were
a little more than stressed out.
Yeah, a little more than stressed out. He wiped his lips off. Yeah, Betty Hill was white. Yep. Yep. They were a mixed race. Yep. And for back then, you know, I don't know if it was 30s or 40s. 40s or 50s, somewhere along in there.
Yeah.
That's, you know, that wasn't as common. Yes, thank you for letting us use your videos. I think I looked at he has like 3,000, almost 4,000 subscribers, I think.
I thought you were going to say videos. I was going to say, wow, he's busy.
No, subscribers. I think he had like 3,900, I think is what I saw.
Okay. I would have expected like way more.
Yeah,
like the video quality is really well.
I looked at a lot of them today, so I that could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure.
They've got nice stuff.
Yeah.
Albert Bender was famously known for his love of the uncanny, even going as far as having an attic made out of fake skulls, shrunken heads, and disturbingly bizarre art, which he titled the room The Chamber of Horrors. However, one of his more infamous interests was his love for the unexplainable flying saucer reports, eventually going and forming the International Flying Saucer Bureau in 1952, referred to as the IFSB. Shortly after creating the group, Bender would begin to face his own unexplainable occurrences, sudden illnesses, strange and unsettling phone calls, sulfuric odors suddenly emanating from the attic, and even claimed to have received telepathic messages. Bender would begin to feel that he was being watched, stating that he himself had personally witnessed UFO sightings over southern Connecticut. But these unexplainable happenings would not stop Bender from digging further. He wanted to attempt to combine his research on UFOs with the concept of mental telepathy, and on March 15, 1953, known as World Contact Day, the IFSB would attempt their first telepathic message. Bender had written and sent out a penned letter asking all recipients to silently recite what he had written, and the message goes as follows. Calling occupants of interplanetary craft. Calling occupants of interplanetary craft that have been observing our planet Earth. We of IFSB wish to make contact with you. We are your friends. A few months later, it would seem that the message was received, but not by friends. Bender was visited in his home by 3 men, going on to say that all of them were dressed in black clothes. They looked like clergymen, but wore hats similar to Hamburg style. At the time, Bender was moments away from releasing a paper to the press, showing all of the evidence pointing towards the US government covering up proof of UFOs. But now, these mysterious men in black suddenly appear on his front door and make it clear to Bender that he was to seize all UFO work. Before departing, the strange men confiscated all copies of Bender's work, his research, personal evidence, and rough drafts of future IFSB broadcasts. And according to Bender, after they packed up everything, a yellow mist appeared and the men disappeared, only leaving behind the smell of sulfur. Bender instantly shut down the International Flying Saucer Bureau. The final issue of Space Review was released in October 1953 with a warning. We advise those engaged in saucer work to be very cautious. Those close to Albert Bender would state that he was a changed man after this encounter. His later works were rambly, sometimes described as almost unreadable, and that he lived in constant anxiety and dread. He claimed to still receive mysterious phone calls with nobody on the other end until 2002, when Albert Bender would pass away.
And I believe that Betty and Barney were visited by men in black.
Yeah.
If
More
I'm
than
not,
likely.
if I'm not mistaken, I believe, because I've seen the documentary on it. I don't know. That's a documentary. It's like one of those shows they put together, about
Yeah.
different encounters and stuff.
Yeah.
It's not. It wasn't on the Travel Channel, but it was on a channel, and I'm
Like
pretty
sci-fi.
sure something like that. I'm pretty sure they said that they were visited by the Men in Black.
Yeah.
They were
I
married
think-
in the 50s. Okay.
Yeah. He said at the end of this person's story that the yellow smog or fog came out and then the sulfur.
Hmm.
So that's probably or the smell of sulfur. So it's probably
Yeah.
where the saying or the, rumor of that it comes from
The
Satan
devil.
the devil, because that's going to leave that, or demonic in that sense, and anything like that. So, because when you hear like hauntings and things like that, it's that sulfur smell. Yeah. So that's what I thought of whenever he says that's probably where that came from.
And that's
But I mean, that's interesting to know.
Yeah, it is.
Because that is. So, I mean, that is something totally different, right? I think vibe to it there.
And on these, I haven't heard. These are the first ones I've heard with the sulfur smell.
That was an interesting story, that one.
Yeah,
the hill one was interesting too. Once you mentioned it, I realized I had heard of it, but this one that he just did, I hadn't heard of that, and the kind of like fog with the smell was interesting to me.
Yeah, I haven't heard them say after the Men in Black leave, they leave. These are the first stories I've heard with the smell.
Yeah.
Most of them just say they just disappear.
Yeah.
They just leave. You don't, nobody's said a smell. So that is very interesting where that came from.
I think so.
Famous for helping
Dan
pioneer
Aykroyd.
Saturday Night Live,
Yeah,
actor Dan Aykroyd would end up developing his own show for the Sci-Fi Channel in the dawn of the 2000s. The show was titled Out There, and on the set of the final episode, Dan steps outside for a smoke break as he goes to answer a call from Britney Spears, discussing a future SNL appearance.
Well, what happened? We sold.
That is all. Wow. I got to go back. I got to go back to that again.
There's a lot going on in there.
Yeah.
Spears, discussing a future SNL appearance.
Well, what happened? We sold the show to Sci-Fi Channel, and it was called Out There, and I basically interviewed all of the people that I admired in various fields of study, like Colin Andrews from the Crop Circle movement, Linda Moulton Howe, the expert on cattle mutilations, John Mack. And let me just put a pin in things right there, because John Mack has taken the study of abductions, UFOs, right out through the other side, and he's going, yes, we know they're here, we know they're coming, we know people have been taken, we know there's experimentation going on, we know people have been told about agendas. What we now have...
Dan Aykroyd in Ghostbusters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Awesome.
Have to do is use that as a key
I did
and
watch
as a
that.
motivation to socially transform this planet to a more peaceful, more loving, more tolerant state. So his movement, the movement for social change, has just accepts as a fact abductions, UFOs, interplanetary intervention, and what he's doing is taking it out through the positive side of it and saying, now we must use it to socially transform. And I think his message is great. But I talked to him. I talked to the Allagash guys who were taken in the canoe on that trip in Pennsylvania. The last show we did, I had both Bassett, who has the UFO time clock, and then Greer. Both Bassett and Greer were there. They were my two guests for the day. Well, the show was canceled that afternoon. And I was outside before I knew it was canceled, in between the interviews. And I was outside, and Britney Spears called me because she wanted me to appear on Saturday Night Live with her. And so I was outside having a cigarette. The phone rang. Oh, Brittany, how you doing? Oh, sure, of course I will. I turned away like this. I turned back, and there was a black Ford across the road, a black Ford sedan. And I was trying to look at the plate, and the plate seemed kind of like fuzzy. And I was, definitely a police car. And two guys were there, and a big, big, tall guy got out of the back seat. And he stood in the street on 42nd Street it was. We were at 42nd Street and 8th Avenue. And he looked right at me. And literally, I was on the phone. Hey, oh, sure, of course I'd like for the show. Saw the Ford, went back like this, turned back like a half second later, and it was gone. That car did not go past me. It did not make a U-turn, because I would have seen 42nd Street. I would have seen that thing take a U-turn and go away. That car vanished. That car was a cloaked vehicle of some type. And whether this was like a warning to me, because the guy got out of the back seat, gave me a real dirty look. That car vanished. I know what I saw. And, it was just this fast. It was, oh, hi, Brittany, sure. Oh, of course, I'd love to. Guy gives me a dirty look. Oh, well, sure. Car gone. That's what happened. And then 2 hours later, we were told we were not to continue taping, and the show was canceled, and none of them would air. I don't know. I don't know.
Confused, Dan finishes his phone call and returns to the studio to finish up the last episode, only to learn that his show had suddenly been canceled, and he was ordered to stop filming immediately. All 8 episodes have never been aired, and to this day, Dan Aykroyd strongly believes that there is a connection between the Black Ford, the mysterious figure, and the cancellation of his show.
I would believe that too.
Yeah.
And I think he kind of is more open-minded than I've seen more actors be.
Yeah, I don't think he's like a part of the darker. I don't think he's ever been a part of that. So that would make sense that, that would happen.
Yeah, and it kind of freaked him out a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did hear that. It's so exciting. I'm so happy for Seth that he's doing that, and hopefully, something happens. That's what they did with Harmony Montgomery's case first. So,
he's actually suing two different ones.
Oh yeah, I didn't hear
he's
it was
suing the sheriff's office, and he's also suing for the child services.
CPS.
Yeah, but they called it something else.
Child family, or
I can't remember exactly what they called it.
Department of Family. There's a bunch of different ways they call it.
It was in the that Channel 4 news thing that I sent you.
Mm-hmm.
It was in there.
Yeah.
It's a good I don't think I sent you the news thing. I sent you the person that was going live, but
you sent me the live. I haven't seen the news clip yet.
I can just send you just the news clip.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't seen any news clips.
So you don't have to watch like a whole live.
Yeah, I was waiting for the news clip. I didn't know if I had missed it or if it hadn't happened yet. Or
yeah. So cool. I would just send you. But he's got 2 lawsuits.
Cool. Well, good for him. I'm glad that he went ahead and got it done, and I think that's the best thing he can do to get it moving. So, because now they have to have a discovery phase and all that stuff.
They talked to his lawyer. His lawyer interviewed.
Oh, good. That's great.
And I think that by the way the lawyer was talking, he has a pretty good case.
I mean, I still think that they will be arrested for what's happened, as far as the
Yeah.
profits, in my opinion. So I think that this is great, and it'll lead to them, at some point. So I don't know. I just feel like this is a great start.
Because he had said part of the neglect was that CPS had been out there to the house twice and nothing ever happened, and Seth was never called.
Yeah, he should have been called right away.
So that's one of the things that the lawyer said is not,
Yeah.
and the security cameras.
What?
They
Like how? In what
said
way?
oh my gosh, they said, the lawyer said she installed security cameras, and the night or morning Sebastian went missing, they weren't working.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what she does for a living.
Yeah. I'm glad they were able to bring that up. So they found enough of that too, then, for him to be able to use that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So he
yay,
was.
that's great.
I'll send you that.
I'm glad he found somebody who is like going above and beyond and doing every single like route you can go, even down to the things like the cameras, because all that stuff matters.
Yep.
So
that's what they were saying. He said they dropped the ball on the first day. The lawyer did.
yeah.
Basically, that's what he said.
Yeah, and then I'm sure he probably was even traced it back to years before that, with some of the other things too that probably should have been and could have been reported and people knew about it. I'm sure you can trace those things back too.
Yeah, I think he's got. I mean, I don't think his lawyer would have done it had he not had some kind of good case.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Yeah.
That's great. I'm glad. I'm so glad. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what the lawyer basically was saying without saying it.
Yeah. Well, and then all the security footage supposedly that went out and the cameras around the neighborhood, all the people reporting that all their cameras like glitched at the same time and stuff. And she knows how to do that. You know what I mean? So again, all these security camera issues in their home and around the whole neighborhood. And then the cameras were just gone.
Yeah.
Out of their home. So not only they stopped working, but then they were just gone at one point.
Yep. And one of the things was the sheriff's office hasn't been communicating with him.
Yeah. Yeah.
And over a year, he hasn't gotten any word from the sheriff's department.
It's sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's there all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Reaching out all the time, at least, for sure.
Yeah. And they don't reach out to him. So I'm happy that he's taking some steps. He don't know what else to do.
There's nothing you can do at that point but what he's doing.
Yeah. Right.
So the thing what he's doing is the best step to take because that's what he can do,
Yeah.
So I'm glad. I'm happy for him.
Yeah.
The story originally begins from witness Ken Arnold, as in June 1947, he claimed that he saw 9 shiny UFOs flying at speeds estimated at 12,000 miles per hour. His story gained him mass fame, allowing him to go out and investigate the original area. There, Arnold would interview another fellow witness, Harold Dahl. Dahl described seeing 6 donut-shaped objects in the sky just 3 days prior to Arnold's experience, even watching as one began to, quote-unquote, almost shed off its skin. He described it as watching thousands of newspapers fall before realizing that it was many shards of metal falling to Earth. Afterwards, little rocks would begin falling out of the sky, breaking his son's arm, and ending with killing Harold's dog. The family returned home, bruised and terrified. Dahl told the story to his boss and friends, only to then be visited the next morning by a mysterious man dressed in all black. The stranger began telling Dahl's story in magnificent detail to Dahl before pausing and saying,
"What I have said is proof to you that I know a great deal more about this experience of yours than you will want to believe."
The man urged him to not discuss the encounter, and not long after this experience, Dahl was then visited by several men who claimed they were with the Air Force. These men claimed to be on a mission to quote-unquote gather information about his story, which would even lead to the FBI writing a report on the matter. But everything would come to a screeching halt when Dahl would come out to publicly announce that his experience was simply fabricated, fiction, made up entirely for entertainment. Afterwards, Dahl would return to a semi-peaceful life following this shocking announcement. But it wouldn't be until many years later that Dahl would clear the air about the story, stating that it was only announced as false due to strange personal threats towards his family. Earlier in this video, I discussed the connection between folklore and the myth of Men in Black, which was originally highlighted by folklorist Peter Rochowitz. He himself, though, has also had his own experience with these very cryptids. However, for either privacy's sake or for entertainment purposes, in Peter's story, he went by the name of Michael Elliott, assumingly out of fear of his story coming true once more for him. It's 1987. Theories about the Men in Black have existed for over 3 decades by this point, and Michael, or Peter, was keen on listening to UFO stories. So one night, Michael enters the University of Pennsylvania's library and loses himself in tales and stories about these flying saucers. He was in the midst of reading a UFO book that his professor had recommended to him, when suddenly, in the corner of his eye, Michael notices a black pants leg and a black shoe. Looking up from his book, Michael sees what he described as a very gaunt, very pale man. He wore a black suit, black shoes, a black string tie, and a bright white shirt.
There you go.
The pale man with a thick accent begins to discuss the UFOs, before asking if Michael himself is interested in the concept as well. Michael states that he isn't interested in the concept itself, but rather is simply interested in the tales about them. The man suddenly gets agitated, yelling, "Flying saucers are the most important fact of the century, and you're not interested." Michael states that he tried to calm the man down before the stranger suddenly rose out of his seat, quote unquote, as if mechanically lifted, and spoke in a completely contrasting, calm tone. "Go well in your purpose." And he walked away, leaving Michael feeling full of anxiety and dread. The man was never seen again, and the story haunted Peter so much that he would only admit that he was Michael Elliott many years later when retelling the story for a class.
So the Men in Black come to you when you've seen too much and you're studying too much and you want to know about, whatever UFOs
Yeah.
or whatever it is. But then when you act like you're not interested, they get mad too.
I don't know. I guess so. It's like,
I'm not really interested in UFOs. I'm interested in the tales. Well, he got mad.
yeah. I guess,
So I'm like, so do you want people to want to know what they are, or do you not want people to want to know what they are? I mean, can y'all be bipolar too? I mean,
yeah.
I
It's
mean,
part of the problem. Is why
Yeah.
they're so hard to get a hold of.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Oh, yeah. She probably did. Yep. Yeah, Sebastian. Yep. Or discredit you. Yeah, but he was acting like he was mad because he's like, nope, I'm not interested in UFOs. I want to hear the stories. Like I was like, well, I wasted my energy to come over here.
Yeah, right. All this time I took to hold form, and this is how you're gonna act.
Right. You're not interested in my UFOs. You just want the stories.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Jealous. His department isn't as fascinating.
That's right.
November 1961. Air Force worker Paul Miller was returning home to North Dakota after a hunting trip with his friends, when all 4 of them saw what they could only describe as a luminous silo landing in a nearby field. Thinking it was a plane crashing, they quickly went to investigate, only to watch as the quote-unquote plane vanished from sight. As they drove off, confused and startled, the silo reappeared out of thin air. As 2 humanoids emerged from it, Miller fired his gun at them and was believed to have injured one before everyone else fled away from the scene. But on their way home, all 4 of them experienced what could only be described as a blackout, and all 4 of them claimed to have lost several hours of their time. Scared and even more confused and startled, they all agreed to not report the incident to anyone. Yet, The very next morning, when Miller reported to work at the Air Force, 3 men in black suits confronted him at his desk. They said they were government officials, but showed no credentials, and discussed that they had hoped Miller was, quote-unquote, telling the truth about the UFO. Miller asked how they knew about it, when no one spoke a word about it. And even if one of his friends did open up about it, the experience happened just the night prior. All of the men in black said was,
We have a report.
and Miller left it at that. They seemed to know everything about me, where I
The
worked.
humanoids made a report on you, dude. Whatever that was that you shot at that came out of those silos, they made a report on you. They went back and reported you for shooting at them to the men in black. And then they sent the men in black to beat you up. Right. That's what I'm like. That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, wait a minute. You don't want people to know that there's a spaceship. And then when he discounts it, you're like, well, it's hilarious.
Yeah. I was like, don't pick on my little weird brother. It's like the big brothers of the like little weird alien.
Yeah. That's so funny.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. He reported the human.
Mm-hmm.
Like a police report. He did a police report on you, man. He did a CIA police report on you, and you got a visit from the men in black.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, nobody messes with my weird little brother but me. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what that reminds me of.
Regardless of the fact that he was where he was not supposed to be.
Yeah.
And he shouldn't have got out of his
pod.
vehicle, whatever it is. He should have never got out, so you couldn't have seen him.
Yeah.
Regardless, it's still your fault.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like the government.
Yeah, it does actually. It fits pretty well. It tracks.
It does. It tracks very well. Yeah.
You figured it out. You cracked it.
Gaslighting at its finest. Even the men in black that are not real humans do it.
Mm-hmm.
That's real scary that you can gaslight in a different realm as a different being.
Yeah. Well, now you know.
That's not good.
Mm-mm.
My name, everything else, he said. He stated that they also asked leading questions about his experiences, as if they already knew his answers. Due to the frightening encounter, Miller would go years before opening up about this experience. Danny Gordon was originally a radio personality who later became intrigued in flying saucers once his home county, Wythe County, began mass reporting UFO sightings. Multiple people across Wythe would come out and claim to have seen bizarre objects in the sky, leading Gordon to investigate. Gordon became obsessed with trying to get photos of UFOs, including a time where an entire school bus of students saw the UFOs flying over a shopping mall as Gordon took photos. Eventually, Gordon would capture photos at an extremely close range that allegedly verified that UFOs were not of this world. However, strange things began happening to Gordon at this time. One in particular was when he received a phone call from a man who claimed to be ex-military, who warned him that this rabbit hole could cost him everything, finally urging him to stop for his family's sake. Gordon would continue onward, not deterred by the vague threat, before finally being interviewed by 2 men in black suits. They started off by claiming they worked for a magazine publication, and after the interview, Gordon suddenly realized that all of his photos were missing, either stolen or destroyed. He contacted the magazine for information, to which they claimed to have never even heard of Danny Gordon, much less sent anyone over to write an article about him. Not long after, Gordon would suffer a heart attack, yet fortunately, he would survive. Once recovered, Gordon's doctor warned him that all of the research and stress was only putting him and his health at risk for the future. After this, Gordon would finally give up his chase and was never bothered again. Back in the 1960s, there was a married couple that were investigating UFOs in Jersey City named Jack and Mary Robinson. And in 1968, their disturbing, strange experiences began when they would return home at night to find that it looked like someone had broken into their apartment and had been rummaging through their UFO files. After this, during the day when she was at home, Mary started seeing a man in black staring up at the apartment from a ground floor doorway in the building directly opposite from them. Mary said he had an unsettling look on his face, that he appeared kind of unemotional and zombie-like. Mary happened to mention this to their friends, Tim Beckley and Jim Mosley, both of whom were also heavily dedicated to researching UFOs as well. And because the man in black appeared 3 days in a row, Beckley and Mosley decided to drive over early one morning and see if they could witness the man in black for themselves. And sure enough, he was there, staring ahead with black sunglasses, a long black coat, and a voided stare. Beckley, in the midst of the busy morning traffic, managed to secretly capture a photo of the strange man, which he believes is one of the few authentic photos of a genuine man in black.
But he doesn't look like he has any feet.
Really, really tiny feet. Like they're like.
Look at his proportion. Look at his body.
Yeah, it looks funny at the like towards the bottom.
Like he has like a long, like his waist stops down here. And then he's got little short legs and then whatever that is.
Yeah, that's what I said. Little tiny itty bitty feet.
Yeah, he looks like a cartoon.
He's got little tiny high heels on.
I know he does. Look, it looks like a cartoon character. Wow.
It's like a long day. Like he's like
Where's his
tiny
arms
little-
at? Is that his hand?
That's what I said. Look how it looks like it curves right around his knees. It looks like a
Right here.
curly Q kind of. Like,
Oh my gosh.
it's like a curl and a curl.
Right here.
Uh-huh. And
Yeah.
then his feet curl up at the bottom. So it's like
Yeah.
one big mustache and one little tiny mustache at the
Yeah.
bottom.
That's hilarious. He don't have glasses on though. Or I can't. He doesn't look like.
I
he
wouldn't
does.
expect him to look like that. I thought he was gonna look like
I
something
wouldn't.
different.
I thought he would look a little different too. Whoever this fella is, if you ain't a man in black and you're not, and you're human, you're very odd shaped because
Yeah.
something is weird.
The idea about theories is that instead of being instantly believed, there should always be ways on how to debunk them. Because despite what the internet has built it up to, a theory is simply just that. A theory, an idea, aligned coincidences, and nothing more. People demanding headlines about their quote-unquote real stories
Look at that big.
has been such a common happening for so long that the Men in Black stories easily blend in.
That's more
And,
like what I
of
think
course,
he looks like.
as
Yeah.
always, there's never any evidence because somehow it always vanishes. It's a poor excuse or a poor attempt as an excuse, similar to my dog ate my homework, and it should not be accepted so easily. And yet, seemingly, it is. And one last thing that bothered me about some of these encounters is how many of them went, "Hey, listen to my story. It's completely true. Oh, look at this. Public fame and nationwide attention. Buy my products. Okay, enough of the fame. Hey guys, I was just kidding. It was all a lie. I was making it up." And then several years later, it's just, "I kind of miss when people were buying my products. Hey guys, it's actually true again. Plus more conspiracies." But that's just me being an ass. What do you think, though?
Okay.
Do you believe in the Men in Black? Anyways, thank you for watching. I felt like trying out a new idea, so please do leave your oh so very kind and friendly comments down below. I have been your host, Time 6, and this has been the Maverick Files. I hope you enjoyed your stay, and have a good night.
I kind of like his attitude.
Yeah.
I kind of think he's kind of funny. That was interesting because I mean, if you think about it, at the end, it's kind of true where they're like, yes, it's true, then no, it's not true, and then yes, it's true again to kind of, get them money or whatever. But
Yeah. I agree.
that's interesting, but I don't think that that's why people were doing it.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're all pretty spread out over time, and it's not like they're all similar, but they kind of have similar things. So I don't know if that would be more of a cue that I feel like that would be more independent and more verifying. I don't know. I don't know if it would or wouldn't. What do you think?
Running Gray was laughing at us making fun of the Man in Black picture. I know she is. Oh yeah, short legs and wearing women's heels. Well,
Yeah.
yeah,
It was just little tiny feet, it looked like.
yeah. They don't know how to dress, so looks
Yeah.
like he's holding something in front of him. Yeah,
Yeah.
he
Could
could
be a
have.
camera. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Could be a camera.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes, and thank you. That was a great one.
Yeah. I don't think that like I don't really think that people like do it for the fame. A lot of them, I think that because a lot of them, I think, are just worried about what people are going to think.
Yeah.
Now it's like if you say you saw a UFO, people don't look at you like you've got four heads. I mean, they actually, oh really?
Yeah.
They may still think it, but not like if you just said it a long time ago.
Like so quick to laugh at you about it.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll just not hold the laugh in a little bit longer.
Yeah.
They'll hold it in instead of let it out.
They may walk away and go, "Woo, that one that you believes in."
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I always kind of, I guess, I want to say almost like being younger. I guess I kind of assumed everybody believed in those things.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was this big, like, oh my gosh, you believe in aliens or you believe in past lives? You believe in, like, I just thought everybody did.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was
It
that
was
weird.
normal. It was normal for
Yeah. But
And
apparently, no, not everybody thinks about those things.
Yeah, I was really surprised when child size feet. When I was talking to somebody about the Men in Black, and they're like, "Oh, the movie," and I'm like, "No, not the movie." I mean, there really was Men in Black. What? There was?
Yeah.
Where do you think they got all of that from? Now the little, I guess, like in the movie, the Men in Black, they have like a little thing in their hand.
Mm-hmm. The mind eraser thing.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, like you click the button and it's supposed to erase the whole memory of what happened.
Yeah. And it's not. This isn't. This theories, and every theory I noticed on here, they're not erasing your memory. They're taking your stuff.
Yeah.
They're taking your proof.
Yeah.
So they're not really fixing it where you don't remember any of it. They're just taking your crap. They're taking your proof
or like threatening you.
Yeah.
That's what I thought was kind of like not funny about the one story of the Danny Gordy guy or whatever, but it was like, what was it that they threatened his family and he didn't care? And then something else happened and he still didn't really care, but it wasn't when he had a heart attack that he cared. And I was like, I was like, what the hell?
That's
you didn't
what made
care
you
that they threatened your kids?
Yeah. You didn't care about all that.
It took him to have a heart attack to give a crap.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought that was funny.
It was. Yeah. And there's a family, I can't remember the last name, but it is a famous UFO story. And it is, I think they were in Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
And they were all there. It was a camp. It was like a hunting camp. And they all went there. So it was like a bunch of them. And they were in there playing cards or something because it was at night. And they were in there playing cards. And these little alien-like things appeared in their windows and started looking at them, like they would appear and they would disappear and appear and disappear. And that story has been around for a long time, and they never would go back to the cabin.
Yeah.
They owned it, but they would never go back. They called the police and everything. And they found like this substance, like this gooey substance on the fence. Like that was out there, but I can't remember. See if I can look it up real quick.
And where did you say that was that you're looking at?
I don't know if it was in Kentucky.
Okay.
Or Um, man, I hate it. I can't remember it off the top of my head. Um, but they were out. They were. I don't remember if they were there in the summer, but they were there as a family. And she's telling the story. She was a little kid, and she remembers hiding like under the table because there was actual gunfire that her
Yeah.
uncles and stuff was shooting at them, shooting at these creatures. They kept popping up and down.
Weird.
Um, let's see if I can get it. Look at this way. They lived on a farm. I thought it was Kentucky.
Yeah, I was watching one of them shows where they were talking about, like aliens and things like that, but they were showing how like I don't think it's just like cornfields, but anything that's like tall like that, like those
Yeah.
big tall fields. I wonder what like pulls them to it, other than I guess that you can go walk through it, maybe unseen a little bit more. But they were showing one where had turned off the lights, kind of thing, where these people were just kind of like looking into these fields at night, and I swear it looked like there was probably like 30 sets of eyes that would randomly.
Wow.
And you couldn't see anything really other than that. And they weren't normal eyes. They were like glowy eyes,
like the big round.
Yeah, but like part like it looked like it would be like human eyes mixed with like cat eye kind of thing. And it would like light up, and then you'd see him kind of blink, and you could slowly see it move side to side. But the way they'd move, it wasn't like a natural flow either. But like whenever they slowed it down though, and of course they put like creepy music with it, and you could see all these little eyes, it was like, oh my gosh, like I would move out of that. Like if that was me, because it had to be somebody who probably lived in that area and they saw it all the time. But I'm like, oh my gosh, that's just horrifying. All you see is like 30 sets of eyes, like in this field, just glowing in the weirdest kind of like blue, gold, yellowish way. Like it was weird. I wish I could remember what it was on. I'll have to look back at all the stuff I've watched lately.
I know. I've heard this story was like, is it right here?
It says Kelly Hopkinsville encounter.
I think that's the one I'm looking at.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is it. Yep, that's it. That's the story. That was in, where was that? Kentucky? Was it in Kentucky? Yeah.
And it was recorded?
I don't know if it was in 1955.
Oh, okay. I thought you said it was recorded at first.
Mm-hmm. So Kelly, Kentucky. I thought it was in Kentucky. Say he went out to the family well to get water, and as he was out there, he heard a strange noise. He looked up, spotting a silver object streaking across the sky. And when he ran back in the house to tell the others, that's when they had to like start fighting, shooting at him or whatever. But that's been 1955. That story has been around since then.
Yeah.
And it's been on all of the History Channel stories and stuff like that.
I've never heard it before.
And they interviewed her and I think her cousin or something. They were little.
Huh. I have to look at that up and see what it looks like. I haven't heard of it yet.
It's really a neat.
Yeah, it sounds neat.
Kind of thing to watch. Yeah.
Yeah. Sirius. It was called Sirius. That was an interesting one I watched, and I'm trying to think if that's what I saw it in. But it was a bunch of that Stephen Greer's. I think it's Stephen Greer, and he does all the speeches of trying to disclose everything. But he does a bunch of like documentaries, and Sirius was one of them. And that had a lot of stuff where they showed like bodies, like little alien bodies and different size skulls from they found around the world and things like that. How they had found skulls that look like the cone head skulls. And I think that was like the first kind of like how they breeded and kind of made humans was with that race and a different race. And so I don't know, but there's like, it breaks down the whole theory of how aliens, breeded with whatever would have been, I guess, closest to human here and how it made us, I guess, kind of thing. I don't know. It was really neat. That was explained really well in that documentary series.
Yeah.
I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, interbreeding.
What?
It was interbreeding, of aliens and people and how they made us and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. So bullet damage. Yeah, bullet damage and shell casings, but no bodies were located. Yep. Yep. And and they said they never went back out there. So it must have been so traumatizing to
Oh
them.
yeah. I'd
Yeah.
imagine that would be traumatizing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
But when I'm going to do my Watts, my next Watts live. We're going to finish that video of Nicole. I think, did we finish it? I think we did.
Was
I
that
think
the
we did.
interview?
Yeah. But I've got another one with her dad in it I want us to watch. I also have another video I want us to watch. I've been doing a lot of diving into the Watts case, so I have a lot of interesting videos that's going to explain some more stuff
Mhm.
about the Watts case, because I've got some people that weren't a part of it. They
Yeah.
did. This is their first time, so I think it'll be really interesting to get extra stuff in there, kind of stuff that we missed. We didn't
Okay.
get to get because it wasn't a part of the case then. It's
Yeah.
stuff that people's found over the years and stuff. So I think that's going to be interesting
Yeah. I think so.
to add that. But it was really interesting that Nicole Kessinger's dad, on the day of the murders, he changed his profile picture.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And the back of it is a picture of um, like a gear, where it shows gauges, and above it says watts.
Huh. That's weird.
That is very weird.
I feel
And
like I watched something recently where they like connected allegedly her father to like Freemasons
yeah,
and like that kind of behavior kind of stuff.
yeah,
So that they usually say it's set up in a way, that they all kind of are a part of those kind of things.
hmm,
I don't know. I mean, it's a little bit deeper, but I just wanted to throw that out there. I heard that about her dad
yeah,
allegedly.
yeah. And she did not change her name.
Oh, for like to be hid.
Yeah, she didn't change her name.
Oh, I thought she did.
I thought she did too, but I watched a video and they're like, she did not change her name because they seen her signature in 2023 and she signed it as Kessinger.
Yeah. I don't
Very,
think she would be somebody who would want to change her name though, or like change
mm-mm.
her life too much.
Yeah,
I think she would feel like slighted by that. Like, I'm not changing my name for Shanann and everybody else. Like
yeah,
that wasn't my problem. Like I could see her be like that wasn't my problem kind of thing. You know what I mean? So I'm not going
yeah,
to change my name.
right. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, but it's really just for attention.
yeah. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Always.
And I don't feel a whole lot different about the case than I did 8 years ago. Well, will be 8 years ago. I don't feel a whole lot different about who I think is responsible.
Yeah.
I still think she helped.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I think she helped. Her friend helped. And I think that, clearly, in my opinion, I think her dad was aware of the help from her friend. And I know this is just all my opinion, but
Yep.
I think that they all knew about it and stuff
Yep.
like that. And yeah.
Yeah.
So.
And I think, and I'm not trying to be mean, and I don't want to say anything bad about the Watts family, as in Cindy and Ronnie, but I believe they knew about Nicole.
Yeah. Kessinger. Yeah. I think that they did at a certain point.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know when they would have. Yeah. Like maybe when he got there. And I think that's what the letter was about.
Yeah.
Whenever he left the letter with the parents instead of something happened to him.
Yeah.
I think that they had discussed it. And usually when people cheat, somebody does something crazy. So I think his parent, probably more likely the mother, suggested, in my opinion, to do that. Leave a letter that, so that way, because everybody was like, more for the most part felt that, she was, controlling or whatever. So they wrote the letter to make it seem like, well, if everybody thinks she's controlling, well, here's the letter that kind of like the cherry on top kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's what the idea of it was to me.
Yeah. Sydney Watts just had no idea her son was getting ready to do that.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
even if she did, I don't know if she'd have cared.
Right.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know if she'd have stopped it. Is all I'm saying. I don't
Yeah.
know. And again, I'm just saying, like, from my opinion, I don't know what. She made it very clear even after she was gone, she didn't like her. So I mean, I'm just saying, like, she didn't
Right.
hide any of that. So
No.
I don't think she's very good at hiding things.
And I don't think my opinion still is I don't think the girls he intended for the girls that to happen to the girls.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't think he done that.
Sorry, it dropped out.
I said I don't think he done that.
No, I don't think he did either.
I don't think he done that to the girls.
No, because the way he tells the story, that's the one part he's very vague on.
Mm-hmm.
To me at least.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think he did either. And that's why I'm interested if you haven't seen. You said you haven't watched the interview yet of, like, with her dad in the interview room. You're getting into that one yet?
I did watch it like years ago, but I haven't watched it recently. So I'm sure there's something that I've missed. I watched parts of it, like somebody had put it on their video, their channel, and they had done parts of it, but I haven't seen it all.
Yeah, I just want to get, like, your opinion when it gets to the point where the detective is, like, almost selling a story, like, for the camera, because they know it's recording, and, like, the dad's just not filling in the gaps, and and he keeps getting defensive and being like, well, no, she's not like that kind of thing, like, defensive, like, taking up for his daughter, but, like, the detective's like, no, like, I'm saying, like, there's no way, like, she could have known, like, wink, wink kind of energy. You know what I mean? And her dad's just like, excuse me, sir, kind of stuff.
Because he's like, duh, you're not.
Yeah,
I'm
he's like,
to give you.
hello, like, I'm trying to, like, plant the story, dude.
Yeah.
Shut up.
I'm trying to give
that's
you
how
an
I
out,
took it.
and
Yeah, like, that's how I took it. So I'm curious if that's how you're gonna take it. Like,
okay.
Yeah, so that was the one part of that. I was like, because nobody ever brought that up, and I'm like, is it just me that's like, hey, like, this cop is literally like, come on, man, like, I'm trying to tell you, like, yeah, we don't think she's like that, like, she had no idea, of course not, wink, wink,
kind of leading him
right,
like,
leading Nicole to being this really nice whatever, and they didn't think she was anything, and she had no way of knowing, there's no possible way, and that's when the dad's like, oh, excuse me, I'd be careful what I say. It's like, you're stupid.
Yeah.
I'd love to know what her dad does. I really do.
Just like they didn't give Chris Watts the lead right into blaming Shanann.
Yeah.
Because they did. They gave him the door to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, they did.
And he walked right, unlike NK's dad. Chris picked up on it pretty quick and walked right to the door.
The quiet savant got it instantly.
Yeah, he threw Shanann right under the bus.
He was like, oh, shit, I'm gonna take it.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, like, she's dead. She can't take up for herself.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Chris.
Yeah, she is playing Jane, but she didn't do any of that. She was caught recently on a video. She was caught at a friend's relative's funeral, and she looks just like herself, except for she's gained weight.
Mm-hmm.
She applied to change her name to Nicole Sophia. Yeah, but she didn't change it.
Like, that wouldn't cause, like, like, if someone's name was spelled Nicole, like, that would make me pay attention.
Yeah.
And make me look harder at the person.
Yeah.
So again, that's just a way to, like, look at me. It's for attention, in my opinion, if that's what she was going to name herself.
And Miller would be so weird because the Millers bought the house, and the Chris Miller that people thought Shanann had an affair with, but she didn't. His last name was Miller.
Mm-hmm.
And she wanted to be Shanann, so
yeah.
That's the other video I want to play. Is NK's NK's stepsister called in to say that Nicole was innocent.
Called in
And
where?
to some YouTube channel,
Oh, okay.
and she sounds like drunk Nicole Kessinger. It sounds just like Nicole Kessinger.
Oh gosh.
It sounds just like her.
So it's drunk Nicole Kessinger calling a YouTube channel to say she's innocent?
Yeah, but she's calling in as her stepsister or cousin or something. Nicole's stepsister or cousin or something.
That's great.
I mean, you're listening to it and you're like, no, it's NK. She's just drunk.
Yeah. That's like Casey Anthony, like the victim's advocate, and she's going to sue you if you say anything bad about her.
Oh, yeah, the victim's advocate. Yeah.
Yeah, sitting in a car.
I was just fixing, yeah.
Yeah, sitting in a car sweating balls, telling people don't talk about me, and I'm a victim's advocate. Like, why weren't you advocating for your daughter for 30 days? I think that's still the biggest question here. But you're advocating now.
So ironic how she is a victim's advocate, but didn't do anything for her daughter.
Just partied for 30 days.
Yeah.
31, whatever it was.
Yeah.
Too long, though.
Yeah. Yeah, her cousin sounded like NK.
I kind of want, y'all don't remember the name of the show? I kind of want to go find the episode. I'm like, I want to hear Drunk NK.
Oh my God.
I want to hear Drunk NK say she didn't do nothing.
Yeah. I have it. I would probably have to go. Let's see. Hold on. Let me go over here and look.
That's great. Was it recent?
No.
Oh. Damn.
No, it was.
I always love it when it's recent, too. It makes it even better.
I wish it was recent, but it's not. That's wrong. There it goes. Hold on. Let's see. Hold on. That is not what it was supposed to. Hold on. Let's see if I can find it. Interview. I'm pretty sure I put it in this playlist here.
Okay. It's pretty funny, though. I wonder what made her want to do that.
Yeah, here it is.
Like, how lonely and drunk do you have to be? I'm saying some days I've been lonely and drunk, I'm sure, and I ain't never done some shit like that.
Right, yeah. Let me take this. I don't know how that's going to work exactly. Let's see. Oh, I don't know how it worked, but it did. Don't ask. Okay. So this is Zawalski. I've been watching a lot of his stuff, and he does very good.
Yeah, I think I've heard of this channel.
Very good on his stuff. I like his videos. He does very good. And he is not a fan of Nicole Kessinger. But he's fair. He's He's done all of his research. He's fair. So but and I'm gonna have to add him into my description now. But yeah, this is his video, and this is him going over somebody else that I think did this. But wait till you hear it. It's hilarious.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Zawoki back at with another Chris Watts video. But this video has to be done because I get messages still to this day saying, "Oh, Chris and Nicole had a baby." No, they didn't. Like, I have proof of this. You're just gonna have to take my word for it. I'll tell you at the end of this video, okay? What we're going to be watching from Patty Productions, a great content creator friend of mine. I definitely enjoy his videos, love his content, and love the breakdowns that he does. Nicole Messenger and Chris Watts' insane claims of a baby. And we're going to look into this together right now. But before we go any further, make sure you guys are subscribed to my YouTube channel by hitting that white bar icon down the bottom right. Hit that bell icon next to it. So when I do post videos like this one, you guys will get that little ring notification that Smokey myself has posted that video. Then you guys can watch, comment, like, and share. And again, thank you all so very much for the love and support. And then show that same love over at Patty Productions. The man is literally close to 6,000 subscribers. And right now, what I'd like you guys to do is, you might not believe me, which is fine. But I want to know who here that it's watching this video thinks that they had a baby.
Y'all think they had a baby? I don't think they did.
No. I think she talked to him about it. I don't think they had one.
Yeah, I don't think they had one either.
I can tell you with certainty that they did not. And I'll tell you at the end of this video how and why. So let's get into the video and watch what Patty has to say about the insane claims of a baby.
Nicole didn't kill anyone.
This
Chris
is her.
Watts and Chris Watts, they could kept contacting everybody, you know, because he wants to talk to Nikki about the baby, okay?
It sounds like NK, I'm just saying. Patty Production presents.
Welcome back, everybody. I hope you're all well. Today, we've got some audio that I've found from a channel called Slim Hoffer. It's only a little channel. I'll put the link in the description, so go over there and have a look.
Slim Hoffa? Never heard of them.
I haven't taken the full video. I've taken the audio of what is claimed to be Nicole Kessinger's cousin. These are some wild claims.
But it's kind of funny because the woman sounds like Nicole. But
When you
Just
listen
like
to this, I'd like to make this crystal clear. We don't know if this is her cousin or not, but the claims that she's coming out with are quite strong claims if she's not. It's not really something that you'd want to lie about. Like I say, I don't speculate normally, but we'll have a listen to it and you make your own mind up. I'm still unsure. I've heard it and I'm 50-50. I'm straight down the middle. I don't know if it's real or not, but there are some wild claims in this. Chris has had a baby with Nicole. She's not hidden her identity whatsoever. I'm not going to go into it too much because
well, if it's a baby now, it's food baby. But I'll continue.
the calls, they're only short and sweet, as they say. So I'll let you guys decide for yourself. Like I say, the link is in the description. Halfway through the video, I put some comments up that were from the original video.
Oh,
They all seem to think that it is her and not her cousin. So the people off the original video, they all think that it's not even her cousin. They all think that it's actually her.
it's a,
I think it's
as they
her.
said, a drunken Nicole.
It did
talking.
sound like her.
Huh?
It did sound like her.
Oh wait, it gets worse.
I mean, very drunk, her, but yes, her.
Yeah, it gets worse. Wait, it's worse.
She had to be pretty lit.
Yeah.
And it kind of does. I'm not going to lie.
So this is all alleged, obviously. Let's get into the video.
I have used parts of the Slim Hoffa's audio full video. Link is in the description. If you guys want me to watch that full video, comment below.
Hi, I am Nicole Kessinger's cousin. My mother made a YouTube video. She
It's like she
Uh-huh.
forgot who she was for a second. She's like,
She was probably fixing to
She
say.
was just gonna say
Nicole
Nicole.
Kessinger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
made one without anyone really knowing she was going to do it. So, like, and now
When she said gonna do it, she sounded just like her. That
Yeah.
sounded just like her in the interview.
Yeah.
people know about it. We've already moved, changed our names. We've moved 6
Oh, like Nicole Kessinger changed her name? Yeah, okay.
times in a year because of the harassment.
Why would the family have to change
from
their
people
name?
saying that Nicole
Who knows?
helped Chris Watts, from people who just want to know,
I'll
you
find
know,
the
this
picture. Hold on.
case, who want to meet people,
What?
whatever. Okay? Nicole didn't kill anyone. Chris Watts and Chris Watts alone
If she didn't do it, she knew of it.
murdered his family. Chris Watts didn't have help. He didn't have encouragement. And we got his law. He's got lawyers. He had lawyers before. They could kept contacting everybody, you know, because he wants to talk to Nikki about the baby, okay? So he has lawyers now because they contacted a few days ago, and that's what set my mom off. My mother is 63 years old.
Which this this audio apparently came out 6 years ago. So I put her 69.
Okay, and like she's mentally
There's that
ill.
like.
Mm-hmm.
There's that like word that she liked.
Okay, she's mentally ill, and like she really like can't take all this harassment and all this shit. Okay, but
Why would we care about you as a cousin to know Nicole Kessinger? This makes no sense. Why would the family of Nicole Kessinger, like cousins, get harassment? That has nothing to do with being Nicole Kessinger. This is why I think this is hogwash, and that this is actually Nicole. Because who would care? Like, it would be like us getting mad at Hitler's cousin. We're mad at you because Hitler murdered all the Jews. Yeah, you didn't do nothing, but we hate you too. Like, that makes no sense. Why would we be hating on the then we would all hate everybody, every murderer, every pedophile's cousin, because, like, it makes no sense.
It makes no sense either that they would have to go change their name.
Well, I've never even heard of anything about her cousins or her extended family outside of her father because he made himself a part of it. But other than that, like, I don't think I've ever heard anybody talk about her mother. I don't know if her mother's around, but it doesn't really matter. So it's interesting that they're talking about the mother so much in this situation. But it's like, I feel like too, since she's drunk, she can't remember like which accent she's supposed to be using. Like she's switching between like a hillbilly, like barfly, like normal, her own.
Yeah.
Like, is that like, she's going back and forth through all these different ones. So it's like in mid sentence, she forgets which accent she's using.
Yeah. And she's never, ever, NK's never, ever talked about her mom.
That's what I'm saying. It's interesting. Yeah. That's what she's talking about. I'm like, is she coding it as her dad? Kind of thing, and she just figured if she said dad, that's what I'm saying. I don't know what she was thinking when she did it, but I found that interesting. She's talking a lot about the mother,
but you know, Nicole never mentioned her mom at all, and nobody was interested in her mom or her dad really, only because, like you said, he inserted himself.
Yeah.
So what would make her think they would harass the cousin's mother? That makes no sense. I mean, how would they even find him? Is their last name even Kessinger?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Who would even be able to put it together? I mean, it would be a weird way to put it together.
Yeah,
or to link
there's
it.
yeah, yeah. It's
Not
it's
where you'd
not,
have to move 6 times. Like that doesn't make that doesn't make sense.
that makes no sense.
No.
She wanted to like rebuttal what she was seeing on
Rebuttal.
YouTube and all that shit, because the reason that Chris Watts agreed to do a book with
Come on, Nicole.
Cheryl is because Cheryl was supposed to give money to Nicole.
Now,
And all-
see, that's not true because Chris can't make money off of a book in prison.
Yeah.
That
Or maybe
they
they were stupid and thought they could. You know what I mean? Like maybe they didn't look it up enough or thought if they told it through a different person that they could.
yeah
I'm just saying, I believe what you're saying. It's not, you can't do it, but I'm just saying
Yeah.
maybe they were too stupid that they didn't even look that up to make sure that was even a way they could do it. And then,
Yeah.
so she knew she was never going to give them nothing, but the two of them never made sure that was actually a
Yeah.
way they could.
because
And
I was going to say, who was she going to give it the money to that she made? Because Chris can't profit off of anything while he's in prison.
Yeah. I don't think
So-
they looked that far down the line.
Yeah.
Again, just
And-
attention in the moment, like what sounds great, what looks great. And I think they just hoped it was going to be in favor of their story. So they didn't look any further.
And I think I don't that her parents are divorced because the picture that I have of the lady that he took the new profile picture with and put the Watts behind him,
Mm-hmm.
that's not her mother.
Okay.
I think her name is Debbie or something. So her parents are divorced. That's probably still her mom. Her mom is probably Nancy. I don't know if she's remarried, but they're not together.
Yeah.
Her parents aren't.
Yeah.
How much of this you want to listen to all of it?
We'll listen to a little bit more. I just want to see
Okay.
it's a little entertaining.
Yeah,
Her
yeah.
voice.
Yeah.
all she could have done was this.
And I just think that they're so different. And
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh my gosh. And then, oh yeah, I'm like,
It's literally what it sounds like. She goes,
I'm Nicole Kessinger's cousin.
sorry.
Nicole Kessinger's cousin. My mother made a YouTube video. She made one without anyone really knowing she was going to do it. So,
Why would it matter?
and now people know about it. We've already moved, changed our names. We've moved 6 times in a year
I
because of
highly
the
doubt that.
harassment from people saying that
Nicole Kessinger probably would have to move 6 times
Yeah.
because everybody knows who she is, or a lot of people do.
Nicole helped Chris Watts from people who just want to know.
If you guys see my head drift over here, I'm trying to look for the signatures I have of Nicole Kessinger and the paperwork that I have.
This case, who want to meet people, whatever. Okay?
Who want to meet people, okay? Whatever. Like,
Nicole didn't kill anyone. Chris Watts and Chris Watts alone
Alone.
murdered his family.
Alone.
and here's the evidence.
Yeah, there's a
Nicole Kessinger.
2022, right?
Mm. Yeah.
2022. Here's her signature. She's never changed her name. She's not in witness protection program. On these papers, which I can't show 100%, it states, do you have children? No. The proof is here. I can't divulge. Yeah, I can't divulge the information that's underneath these images because it would hurt the person that sent them to me. And I want to not cause any problems with that. So Evidence is right here. That was the proof.
Didn't have help.
But there's more.
He didn't have encouragement.
Yes, he did.
And we got his law. He's got lawyers. He had lawyers
We already
before.
listened to this part
They
one.
could kept
Yeah, they were
contacting
playing the
everybody,
same
you know,
speech.
because he wants to talk to Nikki
Her tongue sounds so fat though for
about
even
I
just being
know.
drunk.
Okay.
Yeah.
It sounds like she's got it like fanned out. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm saying, I don't know what
Yeah.
accent she's going for. Like a mix
Yeah.
between country and something else, like
A few days
redneck.
ago, and that's what set my mom off. My mother is 63 years old.
See how she's getting fast now?
Okay, and like
Yeah, it's like
Slow,
she's
fast.
slobbering in the
mentally
sides of her
ill.
mouth.
Okay.
Now she says the
Yeah.
like
All that
NK
vodka
does,
is just drooling
so,
down the side of her mouth.
so much like
Yeah.
NK does.
Okay. She doesn't. She's mentally ill, and like she really like can't take all this
She
harassment
really
and
liked
all this
Billy
shit.
Riley.
Okay, but she wanted to like rebuttal what she was seeing on you know, YouTube
Why
and
would the aunt care?
all that shit, because
Why
I think
would
she's
she
still talking about
want?
herself. I don't think there was anybody. I think she's talking about
What?
herself.
Why would she want to even be? Why would the aunt even want to put herself in the line of hate?
Yeah, I don't know. I just think she's making up these other women characters, but they're really
Yeah.
just spawns off of her own identity in her head. So like she has a mother figure and an aunt figure in her head, and all these people who like support her. And so
Yeah.
I think these are just made up people in her head. To be honest, I really do. I think these are made up people.
Yep.
The
agreed
aunt
to
that she
do
wishes
a
she
book
had,
Yeah.
with
that
Yeah.
shows up when she's drunk.
That cared.
This is her aunt you're listening to right now.
Yeah.
What's it called? Split. This is what's going on.
Yeah. This is her other personality.
Yeah, pretty much.
Cheryl is because Cheryl was supposed to give money to Nicole. Cheryl never gave any money to Nicole or my
She
mom
was fixing
or
to
anything
cuss.
like that.
Why
Why
Chris
would-
would never benefit from making money off of a book.
But why would Cheryl Cadle give money to Nicole's aunt
Yeah.
again?
Yeah.
She wouldn't.
Yeah.
Because
Poor
he
baby.
got sued for plagiarism. Cheryl contacted Chris for a second book and, you know, said she would give the money to Nicole. Chris said no, because she didn't give the money to Nicole to, you know, because of what happened before, and she lied or plagiarized the book. Then he had his
I feel like this person's looking at their drunk word that they're reading from, and they're like,
She
Oh,
probably
missing a
is
page.
seeing two.
Yeah, she
two of everything.
She probably did take notes.
lawyers
She probably seeing two of everything.
Oh yeah.
reach out again, because the lawyers, you know, they were reaching out early from day one, and then they
Oh, they
stopped,
wouldn't even
and
have any.
then the lawyers started reaching out again, not like a month ago, and then then they called and like they set my mom off and all that. My mom is suing a couple of YouTube channels for all the harassment of me, her, Nikki. Like Nikki is suing. But
Nikki is not suing.
we don't
anyone. Have
know.
you heard any lawsuits that Nikki had?
No.
No.
Suing for what? Having an opinion? You can't sue on an opinion.
Okay, look. Chris Watts himself has
We don't know. Okay, look, Chris sounds like drunk speech.
written us and told us he doesn't know why he killed his family. He says that he was possessed by a demon from the house. He says that the thrive
That NK possibly put
That
there.
sounded just like her.
patches were
Mm-hmm.
making him think like demonic thoughts. Chris killed his family because he's a sick fuck. That's the reason he killed his family.
Sounds just like her.
It could have easily been Nikki. Well, what do you think would have happened if
Why would he have murdered Nikki?
No
He
reason.
wouldn't gain anything from that.
Mm-mm.
the plan would have worked? He would have killed her too. He took his bodies to the job, okay? He took the bodies to Anadarko. How fucking dumb can he get? He wanted to get caught. He was going to be killed. In fact, Nikki turned him
See?
in. She called the police when
She
she
did
seen
not turn him in.
the interview because she said he looked like a fucking serial killer.
That is so not true. Nikki did not turn him in. Ugh.
Yeah. Well, in her mind, in her side of the story, she did.
Mm.
Especially right now. She's like in the third, fourth, fifth person view.
Yeah. Yeah. You want to continue listen, or did you?
If that's pretty much everything that I don't think.
She just keeps babbling.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, that's
It's
pretty
just-
good. I mean, that's pretty funny.
Yeah. I mean, and it sounds like her, doesn't it?
No, I think it's her. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's her.
Yeah.
I'm surprised she remembered to include herself. Well, because first she said harassed me, my mom, and then she remembered to say Nikki. Like that's what I
Yeah.
thought was funny right here at the
Yeah.
end.
She forgot
remembered to
herself.
throw Nikki in. Yeah, she forgot. Like she said me, and then
Because
she's
she
like,
was
"Well,
in
my
the third
mom."
person.
Yeah. Well,
she-
wait. I mean Nikki.
Yeah. She's in. Where am I at?
Yeah.
Who am I talking
Who
about?
am I right now?
Yeah, I'm the third person. Oh yeah, better throw myself in there.
Yeah, I'm surprised she did that.
Yeah.
I wonder how she felt when she woke up and like saw it on her phone that she.
And it's everywhere. I mean,
'cause she probably don't
everybody
remember.
everybody has it. with the
Yeah.
recording. I mean, she can't get it taken down.
No, not like that. And it
Mhm.
sounds to me like it sounds border like in between blackout, if not close to blackout,
Yeah.
like drunk. So I would feel like
Yeah.
that's a very patchy, memory. It would be a patchy memory, I feel like, for her. So that would have
Yeah.
to be even more scary when she woke up and was like, oh my God.
She probably listened back to herself to make sure she didn't give nothing away.
Yeah. Well, her voice
know.
gave everything away.
Yeah. Yeah. We
Yeah.
know it's you, Nikki. You're not very good at
Yeah.
anything.
That was funny.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
So on your next live,
Mm-hmm.
when do you plan it to be?
I would like it to still be Sunday at
Okay.
6 or 7. So
Okay.
I have that link already created. So I'll probably go ahead and release it like Saturday evening, early Sunday morning.
Okay.
So we're going to kind of go into some of the other, theories that we were talking about with the Men in Black and the kind of just like I guess it would be vortex wormholes kind of thing, how that transitions into time and
Yep.
getting stuck in loops and stuff. So I thought that would be fun to kind of look into.
Yeah,
a
I
bit.
saved my idea of what me and you were talking about
Mhm.
about the cryptics and the Men in Black. I saved that
Oh, great. Yeah.
for your I
Okay.
saved that discussion for your
Yeah.
life.
Yeah, that'll be fun. So I thought
Yeah.
that would be a good one. And then maybe like tie-ins, because I know last time we kind of talked about like the Truman Show and how that tied in. So I
Yeah.
want to tie in some more stuff like that. I feel like it's good analogies to kind of for
Yeah.
people to be able to like put something in their head and think of it, like how
Right.
they could see it. So
Yep.
that
Yep.
would be fun. So yeah, if you can join me then, I'd be really excited.
Sure. Yeah, 6:30 or 7's fine with me.
Yeah.
Whichever one.
Yeah,
Whichever
so about
one you want to do.
6:30
Yep.
all on Sunday.
That will work. That'll be
That
good.
sounds
Tomorrow
good.
night I'm over on Progressive Patriot with Eli.
Okay.
That's our podcast. Progressive Minds for Crime Time.
Oh, that sounds
That's what
nice.
it's called.
Do y'all have like a subject y'all are on, or y'all just kind of go with whatever?
We are going over Jean-Benet Ramsey.
Oh, I like that one. That's a good one.
Yeah, we're doing Jean-Benet because she hasn't. I didn't realize it because he said whatever you want to discuss, and I didn't realize it when I picked it. It will be 30 years this year.
Wow, I didn't realize that either.
Yeah, and I didn't
Yeah,
realize.
because I was little when that happened. So when you say 30 years, I'm like, wow, that sounds like a long time.
96. It
Yeah.
was December 96. So I didn't even realize this was the 30th year for that. So
Wow.
that's even better,
Yeah.
that I'm doing it. But I'd also like to announce that, and it should be pinned because I didn't unpin it at the top of this live.
hmm
I now have merch.
Oh, yay.
It is in C-File's shop. He's the one that helped me design it, and he is taking care of all the when you order it. You can
Mhm.
just order it through his shop that he already has created.
Cool.
And then it's just ordered through him, and then I don't have to
Yeah.
do all that
Extra
and
stuff. Yeah.
yeah, and that's since he knows what he's doing and I don't.
Yeah.
Since I've never had it before, so check it out.
Yeah, definitely. That sounds
There's
exciting.
I've got one shirt for the Looking Glass, and then I've got a mug, and then I've got one shirt for the podcast with Eli, and he's going to work on Barnes and Noble also.
Cool.
And then
That's
everybody
exciting.
else's is in their Voices Behind the Walls in there. Eli's channel's in there, CFAL's channel's in there. So go in there and
Yeah. Check
have a
out the
look.
merch. Yeah.
Check out the merch.
That's exciting.
I ordered-
Congratulations.
Thank you. I ordered me a shirt of my own. I
Mhm.
said, well, I can't ask people to buy it if I can't purchase my own. So
Yeah.
I have ordered my shirt and my coffee mug. So when they come in, I will show everybody. But you can go in the
Cool.
merch store and you can see them.
Awesome.
He did a great job.
Nice.
Talking back and forth with me, and saying, hey, do you like this? Hey, do you like that? And I did order a shirt with his channel on it, and the shirts are really soft.
Oh, nice.
I really like that. They're really soft and they're comfortable, so they're not, how some shirts you order
Yeah.
like real thick and heavy. His
Yeah.
aren't like that. They're really comfortable and they're really soft. So
Cool.
I think you would like it. I ordered me a large because I like my shirts bigger.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, I'll
don't
definitely
like
check them out. That sounds
Yeah.
exciting. I'm excited to
So-
look at it.
Yes, thank you, Running Gray Wolf. Thank you,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yes, I can't wait to look at them.
Yeah. So, Megan, thank you for joining me tonight. I so appreciate you. I'm
Yeah.
glad you felt good
Yes, me too.
to come up here, and that's what's most important. I'm glad you felt like
Yeah.
being here,
Yeah, me too. And it was great. I needed it. So
and you're on the mend. So that is good.
yeah. Yeah, I literally have something on my tooth that they're calling like a splint, which I didn't even know you could supposedly do that. I don't think it does
Okay.
anything much. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not going to say that yet. We'll see. I'll
Right.
give it a chance.
Yeah,
So.
you want to say you don't want to
Fingers
be
crossed.
optimistic, right?
Yes, I'm
You
an
don't wanna-
optimistic.
You don't want to jinx it.
Yeah, I just have the worst time trying to get my bite right, you
Yeah.
know, and then I've
Yeah.
broken my jaw. So it's like if the littlest tiny thing throws it off, it's like a disaster pretty much for my
Right.
mouth. And so it's become like a train wreck. This small throw off that happened. So yeah, I'm trying to get it back there. It's a little bit more calmed down. So yeah, it's getting better. So
Well, we are going to pray that it keeps getting better, that they've got on the right track and they're sending you
yeah.
the direction you need to go.
Yes, I hope so,
So,
too. And
everybody
thank you so much.
Look forward to us on
Yes.
Sunday night on Megan's channel.
Mm-hmm.
We may dual stream. I'm not sure yet.
Yeah.
but-
I'm not sure yet either, but it'll be it'll be there if you choose to do it.
Right. And we'll see. We'll see
Okay.
how that works.
Yeah.
Surgery for mine, but I need to have it again. Yeah.
Yeah.
Megan's
see-
had more than one surgery, I think, haven't you?
Well, see, they want to have. I've had one surgery actually for my jaw, but it was when I was like 17, and so
Yeah.
they want to do it again. But it's like the way my jaw was broken, it didn't they didn't put it back into joint to heal. Like it kind of fused to the other bone, so it's not. It's like kind of near the joint, but not the same. So I don't want to do it. I don't want to break my
Yeah.
face like if I don't have to all over again. And
I don't blame you.
yeah, so right now we're just trying to adjust the bite to where it's just comfortable, you know, and
Yeah.
they got, they're giving me a mouth guard. So they fitted me for a mouth guard today. So they're doing that. So again, hopefully we're working in the right direction with that
Yeah.
and stuff. So I think that might help.
Yeah, very
So.
good. Yeah, I don't blame you. I wouldn't want to break my face again either.
Just because the way it broke
Yeah.
and the way it healed, I don't know if they would be able to put it back right. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what
Gotcha.
you would do. Yeah. Like, I don't know how you would do that, So,
Yeah.
and then the doctor, of course, who actually fixed my face, I told him, I was like, yeah, he just had to go and like die like 2 years ago. Like, for like 20 years. Yeah. Like 20 years, my mouth was fine. No problems at all. And as soon as something comes up, he just has to go die. Like, thanks so much, Dr. Manus.
Yeah, thank you.
Dying at the wrong time.
Yeah, could you not have held off?
Yeah. Just another 2
Yeah.
years.
Yeah, that's all I needed.
But
Dang.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. So, okay. But yes,
Okay.
thank you.
I'm glad you came up. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you to all my mods. I appreciate y'all putting in Zawalski and Maverick
Yes. Maverick.
channel.
Mhm.
Because that was very interesting. I'm glad
It
we
was.
watched it. That was very interesting.
Mhm.
So we will tie this back into Megan's on Sunday
Yes,
night.
ma'am.
Y'all have a wonderful
Yes.
Saturday. Hang out,
Absolutely.
have fun. It's going to be hot here. We've already had a heat advisory. Supposed to be 100. The temperature is supposed to be 100, 101 all next week. So
Wow.
we're under a heat advisory.
We'll try to
So
stay cool.
I'm gonna get in the pool tomorrow.
Yeah, sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what time our podcast is tomorrow night. I haven't talked to Eli about that.
Okay.
I'm sure it'll probably be around 7 though.
Okay. Sounds
Probably.
good.
Probably.
Okay.
But so good night to everyone.
Yeah,
Have
good
a
night.
wonderful night. Thank you to all my mods. I appreciate you. Y'all could have been anywhere, but you were here.
Yep.
And if you are part of the rewatch crew, I appreciate you too. I like my replay crew. They also keep me going. So
Yeah.
thank you and good night to everyone. And I will talk to y'all later. Good
Yes.
night.
Bye, everyone. Good night. Love you, my friend.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.